At the right time to grow and protect your hard-earned money. Call pound 250 on the cell phone and say talk to Mo, and let's check your goals together. You'll get a free portfolio review and risk analysis, and we'll focus on your investment strategies. Call pound 250 on your cell phone and say talk to Mo, or visit us online at compact.com. That's COMPAK.com.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor. Funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA, SIPC.
Did you know that Constructors Bonding has been Arizona's leader in surety management for over 40 years? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than anyone, anywhere. Contractors, developers, attorneys, car dealers, and hundreds of other industries turn to Constructors Bonding for their bond solutions. Call me personally at 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution for better bonding.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down. Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Friday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose there in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. As we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studio in Scottsdale. Yep, strange things are afoot at the Circle K, Ted. We lost our satellite feeds from the roof. The engineer's on his way to go mess with it. So you got a nice little Izzy and Keon show there. Or is it Keon and Izzy? I think it should be Keon and Izzy. You've got seniority, I think. But, yeah, we lost our satellite. So that's what's going on with that. So I'm going to be, saying hi, and then I'm going to be saying bye, because I got to go work on a couple of things, but I'll be right back. But there's no reason I couldn't say hello and start the show. And did you and Izzy have a good time with that 15 minutes of completely unprepared radio?
We did. It was really fun. But yeah, no, Izzy's very, very gracious to jump in there after I yanked him from his car and said,
you
please.
chased him out. You carjacked Izzy for a radio show.
Well, he's probably used to it. He's from Chicago, after all.
Yeah, he's just like, he goes, I know the drill. I mean, I know how this is supposed to go.
This ain't nothing new to me.
I don't think anyone's ever pulled him from his car before and asked him to do a radio show, but still.
Yeah. I mean, in that case,
That's
it's a pleasant surprise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks to Izzy for that. So that's what he thinks. Okay. I don't know if there's wind or some moron on our roof, but it's bleeping things up quite a bit for everybody. Yeah. But like I said, I will slip away here quietly here in a few moments to make sure everything is okay across all of the CRC Broadcasting's media empire. But for now, you can say all is well with the Boston Celtics basketball empire. Put the hurt on the Heat last night and turned themselves into the home team, didn't they?
Yeah, they really did. I was really impressed with just how different the Boston Celtics are when Marcus Smart is out there. He is an energy guy. He is the leader of that defense. And when it comes to the Celtics just being prepared to go, being ready to play, being able to just raise their intensity level when they have to, it kind of starts with him. And that's, I don't want to play the if game, but if he was there in game one, I don't think that Miami goes on a 22-2 run while Marcus Smart is out there. He just doesn't have the personality to stand for it.
And what about the shot of the arm and of Al Horford coming back and joining the team and contributing as well? I mean, their defense was picked up as soon as they learned about Al Horford coming back. And for a guy who was in the protocols, he played 33 minutes and had a pretty good game. So, I mean, that didn't hurt the Celtics at all, did it?
No. I mean, he came in. He only took 4 shots, made all 4 shots, 10 points. And then what he gives you on the defensive side is that versatility. Al Horford's a guy that can guard 1 through 5. He is that athletic of a dude. Mm-hmm. And you can put him on anybody. If he ends up switching on a point guard, most point guards love it when a big guy switches onto them because I'm more athletic than you. I'm a little more agile. I can take your ankles. I can make you look stupid. You can't really say to me.
What did you just say to me?
He can take your ankles and make
I
you
was
look
sort
stupid.
of over here doing a thing, and all of a sudden I feel like I'm getting called out. You
Well,
really think you could take
well,
my
it's
ankles?
exactly
Is that
what
really
Leon
what you
was
think?
doing.
Not me.
Yeah.
I don't have the handles for it. I'm saying a lot of NBA guards do, but they can't do that to Al Horford. They really can't. He is a special kind of defensive player, and they miss him when he's gone. You can see what effect he has because you switch on to Al Horford, and it's not just daylight for Jimmy Butler on his way to the basket.
So also the thing that was amazing, the way the Celtics came out, responded to their two guys being back, Marcus Smart and Al Horford. But the Heat coach had a little some bulletin board material saying, well, good, I'm glad they're back. This is the team I prepared for. So if you're the Celtics, do you take that personally or not so much?
I think that he meant that as a compliment. I really think, like, I prepared for this team. If you prepare for one team, even if the team that you actually get is worse, you had a bunch of schemes. You watched a bunch of film. You took a bunch of notes for Marcus Smart and Al Horford. And then you're looking at, Derek White out there at the point guard position. And Derek White is, a streaky player. He's got his moments. But Derek White just plays the game differently from Marcus Smart. So I do think that I don't think he meant that as bulletin board material. And
did he say it before the game or after? You know what I'm saying?
I think it was after. I think it was in the post game.
Well, he shouldn't have said that because if that's the game you prepared for and you just got your ass kicked by 25 points, I wouldn't advertise that that's what I prepared for.
That's true.
I got to tell you, it was pretty impressive watching Jason Tatum go off for 27, Marcus Smart for 24, Jaylen Brown, another good game from him, 24 points, Grant Williams off the bench with 19. I mean, the Celtics look pretty strong against a team that everybody was saying, the Miami Heat, they're supposed to be the strength in the East. They didn't look too strong last night, and they were at full team. So what's going to happen now?
Well, it's tough to say, but I do think that Miami is waiting for their own guy. They're waiting for Kyle Lowry to come back. And do I think that Kyle Lowry is this massive difference maker? No, but he's a smart point guard. Dude knows how to play the game. He's been in championship games before. And I think he gives you a whole lot more than Max Strus will give you, obviously.
And meanwhile, it's the Jimmy Butler team over there in Miami. I mean, he's the only guy. Gabe Vincent, he had 14. Victor Oladipo had 14. Tyler Hero had 11. They're going to need a hell of a lot more out of those guys if they want to beat this Celtics team, because Celtics right now look pretty strong.
They do. And I wonder who the guy to step up will be, because in the past it's been Tyler Hero, the young player who, when they went to the finals in the bubble, Tyler Hero just popped onto the scene and really made himself, an NBA namestay right away. He's been a little hit or miss ever since that time. And when he's played great, like he played great in game one, where's Tyler Hero in game two? So they're going to need more of Tyler Hero, because he's the only other guy I think that you can rely on to get his own shot. Either that, or you're going to have a really good game from Victor Oladipo. I just don't trust Bam to really get his own shot that way.
888-368-1580 is the text line. Mr. Wilbur on there. Okay, as soon as Jeffrey leaves, pour me a pina colada and make it a double. Okay, well,
what the hell, man? I didn't actually leave. I'm right here.
He hasn't left yet.
Sorry, Wilbur. You get nothing in like it.
Yeah.
Nope.
No pina colada for you. All right, 888-368-1580.
They didn't hear Jeffrey for a little bit, and they thought, while the cat's away.
King of Kittens, I guess during your show, your brand new show, the world premiere here, the Izzy Keon.
No, it's the Keon and Izzy show.
The Keon and Izzy experiment. King of Kittens said the Izzy and Keon show.
No, but he's wrong. It's the Keon and Izzy show, because
Izzy busting the OT. Says King
that's
of
also a mistake. That's
Izzy busting the OT. I understand he's getting time and a half. Is that true, Jeffrey?
Well, no, not even a little.
Oh no.
I don't know what he's getting. No, it's none of my business.
Meanwhile, let's go from the hardwood to the diamonds. The Arizona Diamondbacks.
Wait, hold on, Randy. What? I'm here. I'm right here. I'm good to go.
Oh, I didn't know.
And I'm not ready for the hardwood yet. I mean, for the diamonds yet.
Well, then, please. Please.
We have many things to talk about here.
Well, please.
Well, don't be upset about it.
I'm not upset at all.
He wasn't upset.
Please,
it was
go
just.
ahead. I was just trying to help.
No, you did a good job. All is well. And but yeah.
I saw you busy on the computer. I just thought, okay,
Everything's fine. Everything's
all
good.
right.
It was a maybe I'd be running around with my hair on fire. Maybe I'd be able to be on the show. And it turned out I'm on the show. So,
all right.
but yeah, you're right. Diamondbacks worked over the Cubs again today, 10-6. That was awesome. But first, before we get to that, I want to keep talking some basketball if we can. So you guys, you talked out everything about last night already?
No.
Well, I mean, there's probably some tidbits around that we can talk about. Look ahead to the next time this team meets. What is it, tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, I mean, I liked how Jim Butler says they tried to embarrass us. They did embarrass us. Overall, we have to be better. I don't think they were trying to embarrass you. I think they were trying to beat you. I think they were trying to win a game. Did you feel like they were trying to embarrass the Celtics?
I don't think that they were trying to embarrass them, but every time you add Marcus Smart to a situation, it's like adding Draymond. He's not just going to play defense and quietly run back. And I mean, it would be nice if he did, but that's not how Marcus Smart's wired. Marcus Smart is the guy that will flex in your face and talk crap and all that stuff. Marcus Smart would like you to feel bad, actually. I think Marcus was trying to embarrass them. I don't think that's how Boston is, though. Jason Tatum's more of a quiet guy. So is Jaylen Brown. So is the head coach, Ime Udoka. I don't think that was the case, but when you're on the wrong side of a 25-point ass kicking, I think anything feels like the other team's trying to embarrass you.
So now each team has had a turn, and now they're going to Boston. Will each team get a turn again, or is this sliding into the way that the Celtics are going to have their way with the Heat? Is this going to just be a back and forth everywhere, or you know what I'm saying? What are your senses about where this is going next?
I think this series is sliding towards Boston. I really do, because Jason Tatum scored 27 points. He's supposed to do that. Marcus Smart scored 24 points. He's supposed to do that. Jaylen Brown scored 24 points. He's supposed to do that. So if all those guys play the way they are supposed to play, plus you get the defense from Robert Williams, plus you get the defense from Al Horford, I don't know that Miami has enough answers themselves offensively outside of another 40-point Jimmy Butler experience, or Tyler Hero decides to pop back up, which he's a young player. Like, I don't even blame him for being streaky the way that he's been, but it means that Jimmy's kind of got to do it all by himself. Tatum doesn't have to do it by himself. He's got two wingmen.
So I don't know if this would be considered breaking news, but it is news. I think somebody better load up Tiger's SUV because he's going home now. Somebody's going to bring around to the front so he can get his bags in there. He's going to go home.
Bring the Escalade around.
Yeah. The Hyundai, whatever the hell it is, he crashed. Yep. He has not made the wait. No. As I say that, the whole screen shifts. Now he has made the cut. Wait. Well, go park the car. Tiger's staying.
Wave off. Shut the jet off. Shut the jet off.
Did the cut line move?
No, it's supposed to be a projected cut is +4. So anything below +4. So Min Woo Lee, he is at the top of the cut line. Tiger is dangerously close to the bottom with his +4. So I guess that means he gets to play, right?
+4 and below is the cut line.
All right, so they're not going to just change that again, are they?
Well, it depends. If the play is still going on,
I'm going to refresh.
And somebody takes the lead. Is it Abraham Answer, or who's in the lead right now? I didn't see that.
Will Zalatoris.
Okay, it's Will Zalatoris, who was tearing it. Yeah. So if he is he still on the course, or has he completed his round today?
No, he's still out there. He's through 13.
Well, there's where I see that part.
So if he goes down, if he goes another stroke under, the cut line could move to +3.
And part of the reason I think that my screen shifted is Tiger is still out there too. He hasn't. I've not seen a second round score come in for him yet. So it's still undecided. Well, forget it. I haven't broke anything.
Okay.
All
right.
Sorry, I don't
Except
know
our hearts. I mean,
Did I break your
everybody's hearts?
Well, if anything, I've given your heart hope because I know how much you love Tiger Woods, and I know how much you love Shohei Ohtani, and I know how much you love.
I do love Shohei Ohtani. I think it's phenomenal what the guy's doing.
Blissel Hayes says Cobra is the most valuable player so far in these playoffs. He's a difference maker on defense. He can shut anyone down, and he's also very good on offense.
I think that
Cobra.
he is one of those guys where you look at a stat sheet and it doesn't tell you everything that he does. And that's the thing. If Marcus Smart scores 8 points in a game, the stat sheet doesn't necessarily tell you everything else that he did, all of the defensive plays that he made, the loose ball that was on the floor that he dove on first, which he would do in the regular season, much less the playoffs. He is, a complete difference maker. I totally agree.
888-368-1580. It looks like we have to clean up one of the morning show's messes right now because there's a unnamed texter in the text line saying they won Rattler tickets during that show and they've been trying to get a hold of them. So I just sent his phone number over to you, Keon. Can you then figure out the hell's going on and ask Izzy? Make Izzy come back.
Run back out to the car and grab him again.
Make him come back. Well, we can get that sorted out. So whoever you are, a name would be nice to go on top of that, 1723, but working on it. Mr. Wilbur says, geez Louise, Jeffrey the Killjoy ruins all our fun. Jeffrey, or should I say Mr. O'Brien's, can I peel you some grapes? What? I'm here.
Because he said no to a certain beverage? Look, I agree.
Oh, I thought you were mad because I just came back. Han Jolo says, Randy, what are we smoking this weekend? That's right. It's the last gas of smoking for the White household.
Yep. I have a tri-tip that is right now sitting in the refrigerator, getting ready, getting nice and ready to go on the Vision smoker this weekend. And I'll be enjoying that this weekend. So Miss Kim and I will be working on a tri-tip. I might put some ribeyes on as well. I don't know. Miss Kim,
why not?
Yet.
Put them in the fridge, save them for later, right? Or just what keeps well that because steak does not keep well for too many days, and you got a tri-tip. Yeah, some of that's going to keep well. What other things can you smoke, Randy, that will keep well? Like right now, last gas, smoke them if you got them, as they say. What can you smoke now that you can enjoy later?
I mean, good night. You can smoke a sundry of things, Jeffrey. You can get I could do like a beer can chicken. I could take all that meat, bag it up, put it in the freezer. That'll keep for a long time. You could smoke a turkey, and that meat will carry for a long time. You could keep the tri-tip for a while. It's a roast. You're just smoking it and making it all that smoky goodness. I mean, pork roast. You can keep that meat for a while. You can smoke a ham. I haven't done that yet, but I would like to do that sometime. One of those big hams, But I've done pork shoulder. I've kept the meat there. I think we have some of that still in the freezer. So you can smoke a lot of stuff and keep it hanging around.
What's with steak? You can't keep steak hanging around. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you
fat
don't want
content.
Yeah, you don't want to freeze steak. You know what I mean? I mean, steak is you're supposed to enjoy that, and where you could throw like the pork shoulder in there. You let that freeze, and you bring it back out, and you defrost it, and just warm it back up, get it in the kettle there and warm it back up. Oh yeah. I mean, that's good stuff. Steak, not so much.
A day or so max. And generally what happens is if there is leftover steak, not mine's never left over. But if there's leftover steak in the house,
you will find it.
Fine sliced and used for tacos later, or a quesadilla or burrito or whatnot. But outside of that, I just sometimes you forget. Like we had some leftover steak in there. Stuff gets pushed around in the fridge, and I find like a chunk of steak later, and I'm like, no, I just don't know why they waste something so beautiful.
Yeah,
it's just not right. So we always try not to have too. We try not to waste food. I hate wasted food. There's nothing because I grew up poor. And it just breaks my heart when you find food that somebody could have eaten, not eaten. And my wife said that was no excuse for me to eat most of that birthday cake. But I said, I grew up in the mean streets, woman. She says, don't call me woman and go to your room. I'm like, okay. 888-368-1580. All right. So we'll keep an eye on what, Tiger Woods' cut line. I'm just curious if he's going to make the damn thing. He hasn't been playing great. So I don't know how his round has been today, but I'm interested.
I watched part of it today, and it was towards the end of my viewing time watching him. I have to tell you, I'm a bit worried. He started to limp. There was a pretty good limp going on, and he was sweating profusely. So you kind of get that look on your face that you're in excruciating pain, and he's just sweating profusely. So he's battling through it. But
could be faking it. Just trying to get the sympathy vote just because he's not golfing well. I get that same look and sweat when my wife asks me to pick up the dog poo in the yard. I can't.
I don't think so.
She don't buy it either. She don't buy it.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back. Let's talk about the Golden State Warriors and the Mavericks tonight, just briefly, because really, we know what we want. We know what we're hoping for. We also will talk some Major League Baseball as well. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
Playoff action tonight. First off, in the NBA, Mavericks and Warriors playing game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. Golden State leads the series at 1-0. They're favored by 6 tonight. The over-under at 213.5. Stanley Cup playoffs this evening. Rangers and Hurricanes at play in North Carolina. Carolina leads the series 1-0. They are minus 175 favorites tonight with an over-under at 5.5 goals. Oilers and Flames will play in Calgary tonight. Calgary has a 1-0 series lead. Calgary a minus 170 favorite tonight. The over-under at 6.5. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
With prices soaring at the pump, filling up can be stressful. That's why Discover has your back with cashback. Use Discover to earn 5% cash back at gas stations and Target, now through June, on up to $1,500 in purchases when you activate. We know every dollar matters right now, but you can count on us. Get up to $75 cash back this quarter with your Discover It card. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/rewards.
Does your company need bonds? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than any competitor anywhere. Our relationships with every major surety get you the credit you need fast, and we never stop working to exceed your expectations. Call me personally at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution to better bonds.
Medical data brought to you from Summit Male Medical Center. Over half of the guys over the age of 45 have some type of erectile dysfunction. If you fall into this category, you are obviously not alone. Don't worry about it. Do something about it. Call Summit Male Medical at 480-398-1000. Let our Arizona licensed doctors and all male medical staff using FDA-approved medication help you enjoy your life again. We guarantee it. Low testosterone? Common signs are muscle loss, irritability, weight gain, decreased libido. Our testosterone therapy will turn you around. Discreet, professional, and we are successful. Don't let getting older get you down. Call today, 480-398-1000. That's 480-398-1000. Or go to summitmalemedical.com. What are you waiting for? Call today. 480-398-1000.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
We just can't help it. We have to do it. It's in our DNA. At 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, We have to bring you the most epic moments in sports.
NCAA football, NASCAR racing, Arizona Madness football, golf, Vegas Raiders, March Madness, NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we can't help it. We are 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Hit that again. Hit it again. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Keon, we were trying to get your attention there, and did you take care of old Nick there with the Rattler tickets? Did you get him sorted out?
Saint Nick?
Yeah, Saint Nick. Santa Claus won some Rattler tickets, and he was trying to get a hold of the morning show there. Huh. Were you able to get that figured out?
I'm still working on it.
Okay. 888-368-1580. I wouldn't tell you this on air, but you stopped listening to Randy and I. We were trying everything we could to get your attention. Randy was about to set his drink on fire, and I says, no, don't waste that whiskey. Don't waste that.
Oh, no, we were getting ready to get back on, so I had my mic on, so I couldn't do it.
He's very professional, Randy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's why the new show, Jackson and Rose, is going to, or it should be Rose and Jackson, but whatever. Jackson and Rose is going to be either a great radio show or a stellar law firm. I think you're going to go far with this.
The Jackson and Rose experience.
So here's the thing. When I started out, it was Randy and Jeffrey in the morning. And I tell you what, even if I had been switched places with Randy, it never would have sounded as good as Jeffrey and Randy. Randy and Jeffrey in the morning has a good sound to it. Now, even though you are, his, senior, it still probably does sound better, well, I think if you use your first names, Keon and Izzy and Keon, I don't know, but Jackson and Rose, that sounds good like that. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah, Rose and Jackson doesn't sound quite the same. Sounds like some lady that you'd meet at the church. Yeah, it's Rose Jackson. And by the way, if you tell me your mom's name is Rose, I'm gonna poop my pants.
No, it's not.
Oh,
Rose?
No. Anyway, so Jackson and Rose sounds like a good name for a show. But then I think it should be Keon and Izzy if you go first names. Are you writing this down?
I got the
He
pen
doesn't
right.
look like he's
Okay.
writing it down.
I've got my pen right here.
I don't think
he's writing anything down.
I don't think he's doing this.
I think he's just trying to.
It's just
Yeah.
pen.
Yeah.
No, pen. No.
Suddenly he has paper, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Because I've been writing it down.
So what were we doing? Oh, that's right. Oh, by the way, do you know the day is National Pizza Party Day, and we didn't get a pizza party?
Oh,
I'm pretty
damn.
disappointed.
I
I'm
know.
pretty disappointed.
And Miss Kim, she's working from the home 20 today,
Mhm.
and she and I we split a pizza.
There you go. Well, you
we
celebrated
had a-
National
yeah.
Pizza Party Day.
We had a little pizza party here. Yeah.
I got no pizza, and I told my wife, honey, it's a National Pizza Party Day, and she says you'll be grilling chicken tonight. I'm like, okay. I don't get pizza today. Sorry.
See, that's something else you could put on the smoker. Pizza. I want to try that. You get a pizza stone, you put the pizza on there, and you smoke the pizza.
Or I
I've
drive
heard
to
that.
Little Caesars, I hand a guy $6, and I've got a pizza.
But it don't taste as good as my smoked pizza.
Yeah, but I don't have that kind of time, or a smoker.
or patience. Really.
Right. Blissful Hayes says Cobra has bad mother bleeper on his wallet. I hope he does. I hope you're right. That's awesome.
His wallet?
Yeah, like from oh God, the name of the movie.
Shaft?
No, Tarantino movie. Bruce Willis, John Travolta.
Oh, Pulp Fiction.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Shaft?
I gotta be honest, I'm very tired because I was dealing with other station things very late at night. So I have
the
no
movie
idea.
Shaft?
No, it was Pulp Fiction. He just told you.
Oh.
Pulp Fiction. Pulp
He's got it on
Because,
his
Fiction.
wallet. Yeah.
Shaft is a bad
He's
mother
not
bleeper.
in Pulp Fiction, Randy.
No,
He's not
yeah, I
in
think-
Pulp Fiction.
Well, he'd probably on his wallet as bad mother bleeper.
You shut your
probably.
mouth. Lost Toby says it's hot. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it hot?
Yeah.
Hot? No, I thought we determined that 110 was hot and 100 is. It's 98, Lost Toby. It's
Yeah.
98.
Oh, that's not even hot.
I mean, if you're
96,
outside in it,
96 in Phoenix, 95 in the West Valley, and in Scottsdale, it's 97.
I'm just saying. I mean, if you're a guy who works outside, oh hell yeah, this is hot.
Mhm.
But if you're just normal mortals like the rest of us, Not so hot yet. Han Jolo says he's smoking a pork shoulder this weekend. He says, I always share with the neighbors, so no wasting food around here.
It's a good call. It's a good call.
Tijuas says carne asada is the best, especially stray cat flavor. Well, you must love Filiberto's.
Wow.
He says hashtag no wasted food, hashtag TJ special. Thunder Snow says, good afternoon, gentlemen. I may be listening to the show too much as I think I may have caught flash anger from Keon. Oh,
what?
No.
Flash anger from Keon?
It's what
contagious?
happened? What happened, Thunder Snow? Thunder Snow's a Hall of Fame texter here on the text line. So, yeah, I think you need to help him, Keon. He wants to know, do you have any tips to control this dreaded affliction called Keon Rose's flash anger?
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be able to get it out of your system. You've got to find an avenue that lets you get the aggression out, but in a healthy way, so that you don't hurt yourself or others. You know, I've got whatever
headphones he puts on and ignores me and Randy.
I've got what's stuck in
one of his coping mechanisms.
My craw. You know, I get that off my chest once a week.
Today?
It helps. No, that's Wednesday.
Oh, the hell's happening today?
Well, we got Josh Applebaum coming up.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
We didn't do. By the way, we didn't do his top 5, and I'm pretty upset about.
Well, here's why. Because I was
going to win that one.
Something was escaping his craw yesterday in the worst way.
Yeah.
This is a mini what's in Keon's craw. He'll tell you.
I mean, I don't know if it was I'll describe what was in my craw. Basically,
it got in his craw, then it really came out with a vengeance.
And then about 45 minutes later, it came out. There is a Taco Bell that I frequent. It is near my house. And
Taco Bell.
I think I got the food poisoning from the Taco Bell. So I had the Taco Bell, and then I was good for like 45 minutes, and then everything decided that they were coming back up. And it was a rough night, and I slept in that morning, and that's why I didn't have the top 5 ready to go.
It's only one specific location.
It's not Taco Bell in general. It's that one place.
Yeah, don't run with this, Randy.
What did I tell you about the Taco
See,
Bell?
I knew this was coming if we talk about this. It's not Taco Bell.
What did I tell you about that?
It's that Taco Bell, not all Taco Bells. By the way, the Mexican pizza's back. And I saw a picture of it, and I was like, "Oh, see, that looks good when you're drunk. No other time. No other time."
That could be true for a lot of Taco Bell food.
You know what I had last night, and I was fully expecting issues at Chipotle. Had a quesadilla from Chipotle, a chicken quesadilla, and it was huge. Usually they come these little sad things, but I actually got a nice one, and I ate it. I was like, "Okay, I'm ready. Brace yourself." Nothing happened. I was really surprised. So sometimes it just depends on the location. So why don't you tell them the location that they need to avoid, Keon?
Oh no.
No, I'm serious. Tell them the location that you get sick at all the time.
It is the Taco Bell at Rural and I want to say Broadway.
Somewhere around there.
It's in Tempe.
So we can't get sued for him saying that. Why? Because it's a true statement and it's his own account. Remember old G. Gordon Levy, the guy from Watergate? Well, he said some stuff about Jerry's audio back in the day. He had a horrific experience, according to him. And he talked about it on air. And Jerry's audio got mad. They came after him and sued him. But they lost because they said, no, it's not slander. It's not libel. He was just telling you about his personal experience. And Keon's personal experience is that bad things happened to his intestinal system when he ate at that Taco Bell in Tempe. And so are you going to go back?
I mean, probably. I mean,
So wait a minute.
I'll give it like a month and a half.
No.
And then...
Wait a minute now.
I mean,
wait. You have the diarrhea.
Good man.
The diarrhea from, and then you're going to go back to it.
Listen, it's when it's like Jeffrey said, when you're drunk and it's open, you just it's right there.
You forget.
It's I mean, look, you have to have a short memory about these things. It doesn't help that I treat my stomach like a garbage compactor. I just put anything in there.
You're at the age you can get away with that. So enjoy. I had an experience a couple of years ago at a McDonald's out on the road, not around here. And I used to love their oatmeal. You get that little oatmeal in a cup thing, and they got fruit on top and brown sugar, and you mix it up, and it's really good. And what I would always get is one of those and a couple of those little burritos, those sausage burritos. And I sat there and I was like, oh boy, I can't wait to eat this. I took one bite and it was over. It was like instant. I've never had an instant, and I've not had any of that since. Well, I've eaten at McDonald's since, but sometimes it's just about the item.
Not everybody can do it well, and apparently McDonald's and oatmeal that's a struggle.
Yeah, not probably my first best choice to go with a clown that makes burgers, giving me a healthy breakfast. But okay. Donnie says, afternoon, boys. Put money on Zalatoris, Cam Smith, and Schaffel. Looks like I'll be watching golf all weekend.
Wow. I mean, Zalatoris played a hell of a round today.
Yeah, it's the only way Minnesota sports ain't going to get their ass kicked. So, yeah, enjoy that.
And by the way, Zalatoris is now tied for first. Mito Pereira just jumped up and tied him.
Zalatoris sounds like one of those pharmacy drug commercials. Only take Zalatoris if your doctor says it's okay. May cause diarrhea, frothing at the mouth,
lasting more than 4 hours.
All those things. Just me. All right. Mr. Pink Eye says, was it Die Hard? No, it was Pulp Fiction.
Diarrhea.
Yeah,
I think you said diarrhea.
Yeah, Keon had diarrhea. I had Pulp Fiction. Big George says, hello, gentlemen. Cool 64 degrees right now here in Carlsbad, California, with a Catalina eddy spinning off the coast, providing us with cloudy skies. I love this. You don't go to hell, George. Don't tell us about your weather. I want to hear another damn thing about weather from you where it's cooler when we're heading into this long, hot ass summer. So no, you just keep that to yourself, George. Lost Toby says, yep, one too many Mexican pizzas. Boomer Sooner says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon, Blender Nation. Pleasant 95 degrees, slight breeze and Anthem. Randy, could I get a beer on this Friday with a shot of Crown, please? And go Mr. Answer in the PGA event.
Abraham Answer.
Tiola says, Keon would have been much better off at Filberto's. Keon has a cat. He doesn't want to eat cat. King Kitten says, go to Ted's Hot Dogs in Tempe, Keon. Broadway and McClintock. Good stuff.
I have. It's awesome. I love it.
And he says it's only 93 degrees in Deer Valley. When did this become the shout out your weather show? Says it's windy over here, making me sneeze. Really, it's windy by the radio station, making our satellite dish move. Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to it. Okay, so Dallas Mavericks, Golden State Warriors. Tonight, the Golden State Warriors now heavily favored. They're at minus 260 for the money line, and the over/under is 214. All right, Randy, over or under on this game?
I'll take the over.
You think they're going to? I think it's a good bet. I'll do the same thing because the Mavericks can't have a shooting slump forever. They can. They can mess with giant Luka, but I don't think that, like Keon says, they're streaky. I don't think they're going to keep that streak down indefinitely. So I'm going with the over. What do you say, Keon?
I'm going to take the over too. And for the same reason as you, they were 11 of 48 shooting in game one. That's just not going to happen 2 times in a row. It didn't happen 2 times in a row in the last series. So I really think that they're going to bounce back. I saw one possession with the Mavs last game where they missed 4 threes in a row. They kept getting the rebound, but they couldn't make any shots. I just don't see that happening a second time.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be a real physical game, too. It's going to be in Dallas, and I think the Mavericks are going to be really amped up. And I would look for Luka to draw a lot of fouls, really be a physical game. It wouldn't surprise me to see a Draymond Green get into some trouble tonight, too. So,
yeah, you're looking at a physical game, a high-scoring game, but somebody I think is going to be playing from behind. So on the spread, I don't think I don't think that and I'm expecting Golden State to win. So I'm going to say I don't think the Mavericks cover the spread.
I don't think so either. I don't know that they covered the spread on the road a single time last series until the last game.
Yeah, 7. Don't bring that up.
So I really don't think that in Golden State that they're going to be able to cover the spread. And until I see them figure out that Golden State defense, because Golden State did a lot of things to them. Some of it was just flat out mean, to be honest with you. The Golden State did a lot of stuff. Until I see Dallas figure that out, I don't know that they're covering the spread.
I don't know how it's mean. It's just called being a better coach. You know what I mean?
It's being a better coach. But when they went to the 3-2 zone and Luka came up the floor and didn't know what the hell he was looking at, I was like, man, the other defense was working. You're just messing with them now.
And they should keep doing it because you get him off kilter and he ain't going to Luka on you. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, Randy, now it's time. We're going to talk some baseball. You can tell me sup with them Diamondbacks, and we have some other fun stories, too, in the Major League of the Baseball. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Hey, everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. Now, we've seen interest rates go as low as we've seen them in years recently. We've also seen them bouncing around. A lot of uncertainty of what is going on in the loan game as far as mortgages are concerned. That's why I lean on my friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. They have been in business for 20 plus years here in the Valley. They only lend in Arizona. They are trusted. They'll get you that reliable quote. And if you're thinking about refinancing, whether it's to just lower your rate, maybe lower the terms of your rate, maybe down to 15 or 20 years, or if you're like, hey, we got a lot of debt on the side, we got some problems going on, we want to consolidate debt, or I've always wanted a pool. Now's the time to do it. Take some of that equity out, refinance, and get things done around your house that you want. But you got to use the best in the business. That's the Lund Mortgage Team. 623-875-9940. 623-875-9940. Or check them out online, lundmortgage.com.
With prices soaring at the pump, filling up can be stressful. That's why Discover has your back with cashback. Use Discover to earn 5% cash back at gas stations and Target. Now through June, on up to $1,500 in purchases when you activate. We know every dollar matters right now, but you can count on us. Get up to $75 cash back this quarter with your Discover It card. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/rewards.
Come join the fun as Kasai Japanese Steakhouse presents its first annual Fire and Fairways charity golf tournament, Monday morning, June 6th at Silverado Golf Club in Scottsdale. Proceeds go to support Arizonans for Children, helping foster kids since 2002. Entry is just $150, includes contest prizes, raffles, plus a fabulous lunch and drink celebration at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse in Scottsdale. You can help. They need sponsors, golfers, and prize donations. And you can win a 2-year car lease from Coulter Cadillac. Go to fireandfairways.com. That's fireandfairways.com today.
This message is for homeowners 62 and older. Are you one of the many that watched as their home nearly doubled in value over the last 2 years? Sure, the increased value feels great, but what is it really doing for you? Would you like additional monthly income that is tax-free? Maybe you would like to stop making your current mortgage payment altogether. This is where a reverse mortgage comes in. It is the best way for seniors 62 and older to tap into their home equity and get additional monthly income tax-free. Now you can benefit from all the appreciation in your home without having to sell and move somewhere else. This is all possible with a reverse mortgage. Find out how Desert Equity Lending is one of the Valley's local experts in reverse mortgages. Call 602-509-3000. That's 602-509-3000. Don't wait any longer to get your reverse mortgage questions answered today. Call 602-509-3000.
AZMB-0906989. NMLS 173369. Terms and conditions apply.
Call 602-509-3000.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Arizona's new home for sports.
It's the Daily Blender for a Friday, the 20th of May. Boy, May is just flying by.
This year is just flying by.
It was just last week when I felt like the Phoenix Suns had a chance to win and go on to the finals. But
why bring that up?
Anyway, the NBA playoffs, they're flying by too. And they're just starting to heat up. You can make every game feel like Game 7. Can we not mention that anymore?
I know. It's just every word you're saying is hurting my soul.
Game 7 on FanDuel Sportsbook, the official partner of the NBA. Throughout all the playoffs, customers can take a no-sweat same-game parlay each week. You get up to $20 in free bets if you don't win. And listen, I won 91 cents the other day. I won a total of $1.91. I got my dollar back at 91 cents. I'm ahead.
Yeah, you are.
And I played a same game parlay, and you can too. It's very easy. Just log on to the FanDuel Sportsbook, and you'll see it right there. They've got all sorts of options for you to build your own, and then they've got this Parlay Plus feature where you can jump in on bets that other users are doing. That they're putting their money on. So hell, you could like double up if you want to. FanDuel's got so many ways to play. Best of all, when you do win, you get paid really fast, like really, really fast, like an NBA fast break. That's how fast. New to FanDuel, just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code Randy1580. It is secure, it is safe, and it's easy to use. If I can do it, you can do it. Get your first bet risk-free up to $1,000 if you're a new user and new to FanDuel. Once again, use the promo code Randy1580, scientifically proven to be more lucky for you. And if you already have an account, you're all set, ready to go, no sweat. Either way, you get up to $20 in free bets if your same game parlay during the playoffs does not win. FanDuel Sportsbook, an official partner of the NBA, got to be 21 or older, present in Arizona. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max free bet $20 per week. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.com. I'm sorry, sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. I have a reading problem. I wonder if there's an 800 number for that, Jeffrey.
Well, I could give it to you, but if you can't read it.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a pizza party day, and Fed fans got the right idea. She's off to pick up some pizza and fried zucchini. Well, she had half a good idea. She says, my pizza party is going to be good pizza and watching those Warriors win.
Listen, if you get the good fried zucchini, when it's not like really mushy, you know what I mean? It snaps and it's fried just right. And you get that ranch or that blue cheese going. Oh my God, that's good stuff.
What the hell is the allure of blue cheese for any? To me, it's like something just went nasty. You know what I mean?
Well,
I just don't like blue cheese.
You're not a blue cheese guy?
Oh,
okay.
No.
Well, Miss Kim loves the blue cheese. I like it. My dad was a big blue cheese guy.
Did your dad go into the fridge occasionally and grab a chunk of moldy cheese and go, yeah, good, and just start into it?
Well, no, we don't do that at all.
Isn't that what blue cheese is? Just moldy stank cheese?
No. I mean, it's a strong, it's a pungent cheese. Yeah.
Isn't that because of bacteria or something?
I'm not you think I'm a cheese expert? The only cheese I know is how to cut the cheese, not about the cheese.
Well, now we're all experts. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Well, anyways, back to Fed fan. I hope you're right. I want the Warriors to embarrass and beat down the Mavericks.
Yeah.
Go
we like
Warriors.
That. Yeah. Go Warriors. Here we
go. Blissful Hayes. I'm getting close. I blocked a guy the other day.
Uh-oh.
Granted, he said some really racist stuff, and I blocked him immediately.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a conversation with Mr. Radio Ron and say, can I block Laker fans? Can I block people who are mean about the Suns? Can I do that? I think he's going to say no. I'm pretty sure he's going to say no.
Yeah.
But at least I should at least ask, right, Randy? I should at least ask.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Dodger Danny says your daily sports report. The D-backs beat the Cubs. They're back in their winning ways. I predict they'll sweep these Cubs. Now they're not playing the Dodgers. It'll be win. Shut up, Danny. But hey, they have won 2 in a row on the Cubs. I mean, something, right?
Well, it is something, and it is progression. The Cubs are they're not a very good team, to be honest with you. They're in 4th place in the Central Division. As a matter of fact, they are worse than the Pittsburgh Pirates, who are currently 3rd.
But they have very clean uniforms.
They're very bright. They're a brilliant white home uniforms. Yeah,
they got that going for them. Dodger Danny says, also with blocking people, if they're not following you, block them. Radio Ron shouldn't be upset about that. If they're not following me, what are you talking about on the text line? I'm talking about the text line, Dodger Danny, not social media.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. I blocked a racist. I'm thinking of blocking LA fans. But not you, Dodger Danny. You seem to be all right. Ukla says, my dad ate sardines on saltines, but that seems pretty awful to me.
See, now, I think Miss Kim's dad, I think he liked the sardines as well. Me personally, that's just fish bait.
Yeah. And can you catch fish? I think you can catch fish with some sardines. Not like, I don't know if the processed ones, but.
Well, yeah.
Lost Toby sends a picture of his 44 49ers jersey saying, happy news. I finally got that jersey I won last season for the fan pick'em.
Well, there you go.
Wow. Right on time, right, Lost Open? Perfect. Sorry for everybody who had to wait a millennium for their prize last season. Dodger Danny says, as an LA fan, I'm not dumping on the Suns. As a matter of fact, I know a couple of Dallas fans that happen to think it might be rigged that Dallas won. Why would you think that? Especially about your own team.
Especially after that game 7.
I'm not saying anything. I'm staying out of that discussion.
I don't know about rigged, at least not in that situation. And honestly, the officiating was hit or miss throughout the series, but it wasn't something so bad. Like a couple of those Pelican games where it's just like, Jesus, what is going on? There wasn't anything so bad that I didn't think a great team, a finals caliber team, couldn't overcome it.
Yeah, and you saw when there wasn't bad officiating, we weren't complaining about the officiating. You know what I'm saying? At least we were consistent in that. And it wasn't just a homer attitude. It was just people who enjoy watching basketball, enjoy watching sports, seeing a travesty of officiating. That is what it was. Anyway, stupid Laker fans. 888-368-1580.
I guess Mavs fans in this case, but sure.
No, it was Laker fans that were doing the heckling.
Right. That's true.
We don't have any Mavs fans listening.
I was talking about his Mav fan friends who were like, yeah, it's rigged.
Wait,
like,
isn't Tiger
Paws?
What named Tiger Paws? She's a Dallas fan, isn't she?
No, she's not.
Isn't she?
Baby Got Dak is a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Okay, there you go.
She never said anything about.
All right, there you go.
About basketball.
My
In fact,
bad.
by the way, Baby Got Dak has been elevated to the Premier League in fantasy football.
No kidding.
Congratulations.
So big congratulations going out right now to Joel Embiid. Finally an MVP. That's right. He has been named MVP by the Philadelphia City Council. They just passed a resolution that named him most valuable Philadelphian.
Yeah.
Why do that to the man? Why do that to the man?
Joel Embiid does not want your useless platitudes. You know what he wants? He wants the actual MVP award.
And all you did was remind him he didn't get it. And now, you're going to give him a key to the city?
Well, first of all, I don't know what duckbill platypus has to do with anything, Keon. And I think that Joel Embiid was very honored by the city of Philadelphia to receive the key to the city.
I would not show up.
I don't know why Keon said platypus.
I said platitudes, but regardless,
excuse me.
I guess it's a platypus with an attitude, Brand.
It does not help him.
Did not know platypuses could have attitudes.
Well, any animal can have an attitude. You just got to
really?
You back him into a corner.
You should have seen it today, Jeffrey. Cecil was on the couch and he was having a dream. And he started wagging his tail, in his dream, he was wagging his tail very violently. The cat, Jing, was laying down there by the end where the tail is. She was getting her brains beat in by Cecil, and he didn't even realize it. She was trying to whack the tail, and he was asleep, man, just pound. Anyway.
I'm jealous. I wish I could have a good dream as that.
What
the heck was he dreaming about?
I don't know, but he was going, man. He was happy.
Yeah, sorry, what were you saying there, Keon?
Yeah,
basically, Joel Embiid wants the actual award. That's what he wants. That's the kind of person he is.
He got it.
This is the Philadelphia City Council making it about themselves, trying to get attention.
Oh, come on!
I mean, the most valuable Philadelphian isn't a teacher, isn't a firefighter. It's Joel Embiid. Is it really? Really?
This is the most cringy thing I could think of. I'd be said, thank you so much, but no,
Can we not find a teacher, a second grade teacher or somebody to honor with this?
I agree with you on that. I agree with you there. But look, they're just trying to show him, Joel Embiid, that he is valued by the great people of Philadelphia.
Yeah, thanks. You can just mail it to me. I'm not showing up for this. I'm not showing up for it. I worked my ass off. I beat my face in. I have to wear a mask now. I gave physically everything there is to give.
My thumb is falling off of my hand.
A lot of people think I should have been the MVP, but no, they gave it to somebody else. No, please don't. Please don't. Not right now. Maybe later. You can give me that silly and pointlessly cringy award. But right now, I'm kind of focused on trying to recover.
Jeffrey,
so I can come back and give this city, what I want and what it wants. Okay. Just saying.
That's not an attitude of gratitude, Jeffrey.
I would not have an attitude of gratitude for this. I'd have an attitude of, please just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. That's all come on. Give it to Harden.
He'd take it is the problem. He would with no irony at all. He would show up and take it. That's the problem.
The party they would have afterwards. Give it to Harden. I'm good.
James Harden is a man who, in the city of Houston, and this is true, they retired his jersey in a strip club.
Of course they did.
That is how often he went there.
Wow. Yeah, and I'm sure
he was the most valuable.
He was the most
valuable patron at the old Slap and Tickle joint there on Main Street, huh?
I mean, his Houston jersey is 13 is up there in the rafters of this strip club.
Lost Toby says, my counterpart in Texas is a Dallas fan and was real loud in the team meeting Wednesday. Haven't heard much from him since. Good. I hope it hurts. Tell him that a radio show in Phoenix says, I hope it hurts. I hope it hurts, man.
Badly.
I hope it hurts a lot. If you're a real fan, scratch your own face to match Lucas. Hey, you're not a real fan if you don't scratch your own face to match Lucas.
Can you imagine?
That's what you got to do. Don't get on this Zoom meeting without scratching your own face to match Lucas and call yourself a fan. You're no fan. You should probably just grab a clip of that and play it for him. 888-368-1580. Last Optimist says, I do enjoy sardines on saltine crackers as well. Kept it off my pizza, though. I don't understand why, don't eat the bait. Catch something and eat that. Don't eat the bait. Eat the thing that eats the bait. Dodger Danny says, slap and tickle? Yeah.
Well, it's the nicest thing I could think about an evening club such as what they were talking about.
So Diamondbacks won yesterday 3-1, and at least David Ross he zeroed in on exactly what the success was. They outpitched us, and but Torey Lovello, come on, man, sometimes just say, hey, good win, and let that go. Don't say more because we know better. He says we execute at a very high level when we need to, and that's what we're here about.
Shut up.
Really? What level were you at when you got swept by the damn Dodgers, Torey?
Exactly. That was my next point. Torey,
what the hell are you talking about?
Shut the hell
That's what we're all about.
It's 15-23. They're bad.
Look, man, we got to win today. We're thankful for that. It's on to tomorrow's game. That's all you have to say. Just keep your trap shut. Other than that, okay? Lovello?
I wonder what he'll say today. When we come back, we can have some Major League Baseball things that won't make Randy upset.
I hope he says I quit. That's what I hope he says today.
Josh Applebaum will be joining us for some more Sports Betting 101. We got a load of NFL too. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. If only Screamin' made it so, Randy. If only Screamin' made it so.
Just get the hell out of here.
With prices soaring at the pump, filling up can be stressful. That's why Discover has your back with cash back. Use Discover to earn 5% cash back at gas stations and Target now through June on up to $1,500 in purchases when you activate. We know every dollar matters right now, but you can count on us. Get up to $75 cash back this quarter with your Discover It card. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/rewards.
Does your company need bonds? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than any competitor anywhere. Our relationships with every major surety get you the credit you need fast, and we never stop working to exceed your expectations. Call me personally at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution to better bonds.
Medical data brought to you from Summit Male Medical Center. Over half of the guys over the age of 45 have some type of erectile dysfunction. If you fall into this category, you are obviously not alone. Don't worry about it. Do something about it. Call Summit Male Medical at 480-398-1000. Let our Arizona licensed doctors and all male medical staff using FDA-approved medication help you enjoy your life again. We guarantee it. Low testosterone? Common signs are muscle loss, irritability, weight gain, decreased libido. Our testosterone therapy will turn you around. Discreet, professional, and we are successful. Don't let getting older get you down. Call today, 480-398-1000. That's 480-398-1000. Or go to summitmalemedical.com. What are you waiting for? Call today, 480-398-1000.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Get this. Right now, Kohl's has the lowest prices of the season, and I just saved big. I got my kids jumping beans must-haves for under $5. Found myself some tees and tank tops for $5.99, and got 60% off patio furniture. The best part? I didn't need any coupons. I earned Kohl's cash, and I got everything with free store pickup. So yeah, you could say today was a good day. Select styles ends May 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
With prices soaring at the pump, filling up can be stressful. That's why Discover has your back with cashback. Use Discover to earn 5% cash back at gas stations and Target, now through June, on up to $1,500 in purchases when you activate. We know every dollar matters right now, but you can count on us. Get up to $75 cash back this quarter with your Discover It card. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/rewards.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. And after a birdie on 16, looks like Tiger Woods, as long as he does not blow it crazily, he will more than avoid the cut line. He's at 61 right now with 2 holes left, so might end up at 60, with a 69 if he even just gets par. So we'll keep you up to date on that and other things as time goes on. Keon is going to go help the guy with the satellite dish thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good, Keon. Very good.
So it's just you and me, Randy.
All right.
No grown-ups to tell us anything.
Right. We can do whatever we want to.
I know. It just doesn't feel safe. Doesn't feel right, does it?
Have you ever had I'm trying a new whiskey. It's called Horse Soldier.
Horse Soldier.
Horse Soldier.
Yeah, where's that from?
Oh, I got it from the Costco, but
no,
I mean, get it any Horse Soldier.
Where did it come from?
Oh, I don't.
Is that Canadian?
No.
Is American?
Yeah, I could go get the bottle and I could.
Horse Soldier. What about Horse Soldier are you enjoying?
Well, it's got a nice kind of how do I put it? Cinnamony, but not cinnamon.
Wait
you know what I mean?
A minute.
No, it's not cinnamon whiskey. It's got a nice little bite to it. It's got a nice what's the word I'm looking for? It's not cinnamon though.
Chick whiskey?
No. Horse Soldier. Mm-hmm. Kind of it's not fruity and it's not cinnamon. It's I can't think of it. Spicy. It's sort of a spicy flavor to it. It's nice. I like it.
Oh, so spice, like a pumpkin spice?
No, it's just got I can't put my finger on it. It's got like a nice little a spicy flavor. It's not it doesn't punch you in the face. It doesn't have all of that. What is it? Irish whiskey puts in there all that. They grow it and they burn it and they put the whiskey in the barrels and they. It doesn't have that organic taste to it. It has more of a spice taste to it.
I don't know if I want to try it.
Oh, I think you would. I think you would
feel
like
it. Might offend me.
No, I think you would like it. No, I don't know
what your problem is with my people's whiskey.
No. It doesn't have that organic flavor to it. It's got a different kind of like it was aged in a barrel that has a different taste to it.
What taste would that be? Like spiced rum, says Lost Toby.
No, not spiced rum.
Oh, good news. 1580 AM is static right now.
Hey.
Fantastic. Now I got to send another text.
All right.
Well, we've lost Keon. You've lost me. Good luck, Randy.
All right. Well,
no,
listen.
I'm kidding.
Talking about baseball. Let me, dear God, let me find something here.
Black pepper spice. Is it black pepper spice?
It could be that. It could be like a peppery, spicy. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. Horse soldier. Smile when you say that.
Horse soldier.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Why would you do that?
Horse soldier.
Thunder Snow says no. Horse soldier.
It's
has
distilled.
Black pepper spice. That's what
It's
it is.
distilled in Ohio.
Okay.
Miss Kim just sent me a text here on the private Randy backline that says it's distilled in Ohio.
Okay. Well, that's even more reason for me not to drink it.
What do you mean? It's good. I like it. I think you would like it too. I bet if I did like a blind taste test, you would probably like it.
I don't want to be blind just to drink whiskey. If I drink enough whiskey, I'll get blind. Blind drunk.
No. I wasn't gonna. I was gonna put a blindfold on you. I wasn't going to poke your eyes out.
Wait. You actually have a plan to poke my eyes out?
No, I didn't say that. You're really. You got 888-368-1580 as the text line.
Lost Toby says it's now the Randy White Show.
Yep. Well, listen, I've
talking
done
whiskey
worse.
and meat the whole hour.
Listen, I can do that. We doc smoked meat. 888-368-1580. What's your favorite cut of meat that you like to get on the old smoker? What's the big hit for you? What's that number one meal that you go to when you've got to deliver something big? You know, the family's there and you're on the line and you got to bring out something big. What's it for you? For me, it's tri-tip.
Just for me, it's just a couple of nice, thick New York strips. Just get them nice and singed. Mine rare. Everybody else is not so rare. And there you go.
You just touch it. You just touch it to the grill. I know what you do.
I show it to the grill. I'm like, that's where you
and then
go
flip it,
right,
and it's off.
There's where you go if somebody wants to eat a bad steak. So then I just take it away from the grill, and that's all there is. I got the best compliment from my wife. Really? She was telling me her birthday's coming up, and she says, I said, you want me to take you out to a nice place? I said, yeah. She's, you know what I want? I'm a steak, of course. And she's like, yeah. And she says, you know what? I want you to make my steak. She says, I don't want to go to any restaurant. It's never as good as what you grill. And I'm like,
is that because you go out to the griller and you just wear nothing but your apron?
I tried that once. The kids were not really into it. So
never mind then.
Yeah. 0420 says, can never go wrong with some burnt ends. You know, don't burn.
No, burnt ends. It's the point of the.
I thought you were trying to talk about burning the tri-tip.
No, it's a point of the brisket. And what you do is you smoke the brisket, and at a certain point, and only you know, as the grill master, you know when you want to pull off that brisket and cut that point into burnt ends, and then you put the brisket back on to kind of finish up. And then you take the burnt ends and you put it in like a pan, and you put some sauce in there, and then you cover it all up, and you put it back on the fire. And when it comes off, it's just called meat candy.
Meat candy. I think you brought some for me once. Did you bring some? I think you did. You did.
Maybe.
Yes, those are very good. Sorry, I just was a little. I had a. Can I just be personal with you here for a second?
Sure. Go ahead.
I had a very. It was just heartbreaking what happened this weekend.
Oh no!
We made some steaks, and little girl loves how I prepare the steak. She likes it more my way than everybody else's way. My way is rare.
Okay.
Mom's is medium rare. Closer to rare, but medium rare. And so she's sitting there, and we got the steak, and she says the following words: rocked my entire existence. She asked me, do we have any A1 sauce?
No, you can't do that. No. No, you can't do that.
I'm like, what? But I thought you liked the way I make the steak. She says, all I do is very good. I'm like, the only time you use A1 sauce is if somebody ruins the steak.
Mm-hmm.
If the steak is cooked incorrectly or otherwise dry or just horrible,
shoe leather. Mm-hmm.
What are they teaching you at that school?
Mm.
You know? And she
A1
insisted.
sauce.
She just, no, I just like the way it tastes. I mean, not in this house. Not in this house. There will be no A1 or Worcestershire sauce in this house.
You don't even get the Worcestershire sauce.
It's the same thing
sort
as
of
A1.
Well, you don't get that for any sort of what do you call that? The where you soak it in there. What do you call that? The
marinade.
The marinade. You don't even get any. Oh, when you make your own marinade?
I don't want that crap in my house, Randy.
Oh boy,
I don't want that in my house.
Well, it's okay to use it as a marinade.
You know, I don't want it to be there as a temptation for anybody. My steaks speak for themselves.
I see.
No way in hell will there ever be a bottle of A1 in my fridge. And if she sneaks that stuff into our house, she's going to juvie.
You know what could have
She's
been
going
worse.
to juvie. I'm military school or something. I'm just not going to have it.
Probably finishing school, but you know what?
She loves the bacon. She loves when I make the bacon. What the hell is this with the A1 sauce?
This could be worse, Jeffrey, if she didn't ask for the A1, but rather she asked for the ketchup.
No, she loves the ketchup, but she doesn't do it. Nobody's mentioned it with the steak, so she hasn't done that yet. Oh, dear God. She likes sauces. You know what I mean? She's like, she'll slather sour cream on anything you give her a chance.
Mm-hmm. On race weekend, I'm going to be making ribeye, but it's got this Jack Daniel's sirloin, or not sirloin, this Jack Daniel glaze that's got some. It's got some Jack Daniels in it and maybe a little brown sugar.
It's cute,
and it's got a little Worcestershire, and then you glaze it on there as it's finishing, and then you throw some of those roasted sesame seeds on there. Oh. Twice baked potatoes.
Or I'll just grill the steak and it'll taste amazing. I could just do that.
Sometimes you put a little glaze on there. Oh.
Good Cat says, my go-to is a bottle of High West Rendezvous rye, grilled 3-inch thick pork loin chops, steak fries, and asparagus.
Except I don't like what the asparagus does to your pee.
I love it because I'll forget that I had it, and then later I'm like, "Oh, that's right, it's very good." I just like it's fun. I find it to be fun. Doesn't bother me.
It scares me because I forget I have the asparagus. I'm at that age where I forget about what I eat, and then I'm in there, and it's like, "Oh dear God, there's nothing wrong with me.
We have a gas leak. There's a gas leak.
We had asparagus. Just calm down."
602 Pats fan says, I put deer meat on the smoker.
Ooh, now see a little venison.
That's a good idea because that game it sometimes get a little tough. It can sometimes get a little dry, but I bet on the smoker that does wonders, right?
Low and slow.
Watermelon says, hey, Jeffrey, Keon sure knows a lot about the inside of a strip club, doesn't he? For never going to strip clubs, as he claimed.
I was going to claim that.
And he did spend some time in Texas.
How did he know that they retired James Harden's jersey?
I'll have to ask him when he's done helping the engineer there.
In that specific club.
Jagdog says, beer can chicken, Randy, with a dark beer.
Oh, beer can chicken. It's so moist. And then have you done it where you get the beer can and you throw some of those herbs in there in the beer can, so as it's as the flavors are coming out and matriculating through the chicken, you get some of some of those herbs in there.
I've never made a beer can chicken just because I think it's just sort of, I don't know.
Jeffco, I need to come over to your house. And well, you don't have a smoker. Damn. You need to come over to my house and you and I will do a beer can chicken and you will taste the difference. You will enjoy it. Yes, it's not fried chicken.
Seems like a rude thing to do to the chicken. You know what I mean?
I don't know why you say that.
I just feel bad about it.
I mean, if I were a chicken, I'd rather be killed and have a beer can shoved up my derriere than drop my whole body into a flaming hot vat of oil.
I'm just saying. You're standing there watching this thing. I'm just like, sorry. I'm really sorry about this.
Not really, because if you do it my way, you take his wings and you put it kind of behind his neck. So he sits there like this on the grill.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
no.
Oh, yeah.
The Jet says, weekly advice from the Jet. When you're going to a strip club, stop and grab $2 bills before you go. Strippers will look down and think they're 20s. And then when they realize they're $2 bills, they'll still be intrigued by the $2 bills. So happy Friday, fellas. Pour me a cold beer. Yeah, you cheap bastard. Seems kind of like a mean trick, Jet. Lost Toby says, I used to love grilling some tri-tip. Living in a small apartment, though, it's hard to grill now. I know it's blasphemy, but I made a filet on an air fryer, and it was delicious.
Hey,
you know
listen,
what?
Yeah.
Listen, if you use what you got, you know, and if you make it right, congratulations. I don't know that. I tried to do some fried chicken in an air fryer. Disaster. I gave up on that thing. The kids love to use it just for the simple way of getting things to cook. But I kind of give up on it. Hello?
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, with the way today is going, you get quiet like that on me. I thought it was over.
No, I'm still here.
Yeah.
Should we try to talk sports?
Sorry. I'm just getting a lot of disturbing things on this phone right now.
A lot of updates.
Yeah.
All right, 888-368-1580. Diamondbacks win today. I'll try to help you out here, pal. You just take care of business. I'll try to. Diamondbacks win today. Over under. Diamondbacks, now that the season has started, we've seen the Diamondbacks start to play. Are they a over 60 win team or under a 60 win team? 888-368-1580. Hit us on the text line. Also, what's your go-to meat when you gotta grill some meat or you gotta smoke some meat? What is your go-to meal? And Boogie, I know you're out there, so you might as well hit us up with your sort of weird and deranged meat go-to. I know you're going to do it. Moist one. We're talking about animal meat. Well, we're talking about what we consumables. Well, I see he could just take everything and turn it around. Moist one. It's not what you think. 888-368-1580.
I'm back. I have no idea what that was all about. What were you talking about?
That's okay.
What did I miss?
Well, I was just talking about Diamondbacks. Are they a text in? Do you think now that you've seen the team and we've been going for about a month now, do you think the team's a over 60 win team or under 60 win team? What do you think, Jeffrey?
What did I say? I think I gave over 60 win team.
Over 60 win team. Yeah. I still am not a believer. I still think it's going to be under 60 wins. And I have to tell you, Humberto Castellanos was the starting pitcher today. Gave up 3 earned. He already had a 4+ ERA going into the game. He gave up 3 more to a team that doesn't hit very well. Caleb Smith came in. He gave up 2 runs. And then Sean Puppin came in. Mary Puppin's brother, Sean, came in, and he gave up an earned run. It was 10-6 Diamondbacks win today. But I don't have faith that this team is a more than 60 win team. I just don't have that faith. 888-368-1580. They play the Cubs. The Cubs are 15-23. The Diamondbacks are 20-21 right now, and they're holding down the 3rd spot by I think a game and a half over the Rockies. The bottom rung of the National League West is between the Rockies and the Diamondbacks.
So Randy, I've got
Yes,
a
sir.
moment. I've
Yes.
got a moment.
Yes, sir.
And it occurs to me that we can't take a break for a while. So
Is Keon on the roof?
I have no idea, but I'm going to read off a bunch of these texts real fast. I'm going to go pow through them. So
you could remote fire it, can't you?
No, because I don't know if it's up on the board or not. So here's what's happening. If you're just joining us, the satellite dish on the roof, it got messed up with the wind blew it out of alignment. So that's happening. And so Keon is helping the engineer, from the ground, tell him, he's like, is it on now? Is it on now? Is it on now? Yeah, one of those things. And I'm dealing with a bunch of other stuff too, but that's fine. We're fine. Let's just get through this. Okay, so Lost Toby says buffalo burgers. I have had buffalo burger, very lean.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad, but not my fave. Miss Pringle says my go-to is a pig's ass on the smoker.
Pork butt, I think.
It's kind of a weird way to put it in.
It's actually not a butt; it's a shoulder. But go ahead.
Thundersnow says, Jeffrey, don't let anyone defile that meat. That's what I'm saying. I can't have A1 sauce in my house. Blissful Hayes says 1580 AM's back on now, and I like A1 steak sauce. I'm sorry for the way you were brought up. Good Cat says, or smoked crown rack of lamb. Use Crown whiskey to make a rack of lamb. Can you do that?
I haven't heard of that. That's interesting.
Let's see. Ukla says, what the hell is this? The Galloping Gourmet Hour? You shut your face, Ukla. We're talking grilling and meat for the moment, okay? And he says, don't be a snake snob. Everybody has different tastes. Yeah, well, that's bad taste if you put any of that crap on a steak. I'm just saying. Apples says, hi from Chicago. Hey, Apples.
Howdy, Apple.
Eddie V says, have you ever smoked a chubby? I mean, we've both been drunk in college, but I don't think so. He says you take a Jimmy Dean sausage, roll it out a little bit, coat it in any seasoning you like, smoke it until 180, wrap it, stuff it in an oven mitt, and store it in the fridge overnight. Next day, slice it, put on a cracker with some cheese, or simply fry them up with eggs in the morning. Bon appetit.
Oh, wow. I'll have to give that a try.
It's a long way to go for that, though, I think.
I'll have to give that a try. Thank you for texting that in.
The Jet says, prime ribeye, that's my go-to. I throw it on the smoker for 20 minutes, then I sear it on a very hot grill. As for the Diamondbacks, I believe this young team will get better as the year goes on. They won't make the playoffs, but they will have 60-plus wins.
Okay, good for you.
Bruno Baller says, my favorite red meat would be beef. My favorite poultry would be chicken, and my favorite seafood would be tuna with salmon as a close second.
So you start the tuna and you bring the salmon in as a closer. Is that what you're saying?
He's saying if he can't get tuna, he'll settle for salmon.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mr. Pringle says Cobra and Big Al back in the lineup. Celts crush the Heat in Miami. That was a demolition.
Well, it really was. And I you heard me say this earlier last hour, Jeffrey. I think the Celtics are set for a good run here and all the way into the finals. Who knows? Maybe even champs.
King Kitten says the satellite is now picking up radio stations from Tijuana.
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody trying to tell me the 1580s. Oh, that's funny. Lost Obi has a picture. That's cute. Thank you. Good Cat says, here it is, crown rack of lamb. Well, that's very fancy. It's very nice. Jagdog says, I do a good salmon in the smoker. End it with a jalapeno jelly before it's done. Adds a nice little heat to the taste.
Okay.
888-368-1580. Now that we're all appropriately starving. Suppose I don't know Keon's ever coming back, but just keep going here. This is it's like a telethon, you know.
We could make it a telethon if you'd like.
Normally when these things happen, I just go to satellite. Oh, wait. All right. So we had another idiot running around on the field the other day in Milwaukee, and this dude took off his shirt, which he's not in the kind of shape you should be in to take off your shirt. He's running around. Looks like he has that dude wearing a white sweater. No, he's just flabby. He's running around, and he did a pretty good job of avoiding guys, the security guys out in the outfield. Then he ran through. He goes by the pitcher, tries to get a high five, and the pitcher just kind of looks at him like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" And he goes even a little bit further. He gets to the base. He's trying to hit, step on home plate and get a high five from the player. And, Jace Peterson standing there looking at it, just like, he wouldn't even look at him. He's like, fool. So, yeah, this guy was just a moron running around out there. Why do people do that? I mean, I know alcohol has got to be a factor, but is there any amount of money that, like, if we're sitting there, Randy, and I say, okay, $1,000 plus I'll pay your bail if you run around down there with your shirt off?
No.
And another $5,000 if any of them give you a high five.
No, it's not worth it to me. And plus, you just stopped the game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're a complete idiot. And nobody cares about what you're doing. You're just either a drunk buffoon or you're trying to impress somebody. Don't do that.
Look at that security guard right there.
Yeah.
Missing the tackle spectacularly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. That guy should be fired. If you can't tackle the flabby guy running around out there and you'd make a you need to be done. You need to be done. Oh, so what about this? Now, listen, I get it. The Yankees are a bad influence on lots of people. But Jake Sanford, drafted by the Yankees back in 2019, and he's been released amid allegations that he stole and he sold teammates' equipment.
Come on, man.
I guess he would always say, hey, can I have your thing? Can I have your shoes? Can I have your thing? I'm going to sell it online. And sometimes he just grab it right out of their lockers. And they said that he was scamming other players, just doing whatever, minor leaguer. I mean, but he was in the majors. He was there. So now he's gone. Now he's going to he's arrested.
Well, this is a guy that is completely fooled by thinking he can get ahead on something like that. Come on, man. Come on.
Why would you even do that?
Well, you would, because you're a crook. You want to scam people out of their money.
Making over $500,000, and he had a signing bonus. And I'm not saying that it is making as much as the big leaguers, but what the heck?
Well, there are people like that person that jumped on the field. There are people that have an affinity for pushing the edge and stealing things, and there are people that have an affinity for trying to scam other people out of their money to see how far they can get, how much they can make. Remember that movie, Catch Me If You Can?
Right.
I mean, that dude went for years scamming people, thinking he was an airline pilot and a bank guy, and who knows what else. There are people like that out there that they get off on that sort of stuff. So
you've made it this far. You've achieved a dream that few people never acquire, and that is be a professional player.
Yeah.
And instead of focusing on that, you're just trying to make $125 off of somebody's gloves.
It just blows my mind, man. How many people, including myself, when I was a kid, I wanted to play at the big league level. I would have done anything to play at the big league. Well, not anything illegal, but I would have done anything to play at the big league level.
I would. Illegal or otherwise.
Really?
I don't care.
Steroids? You'd have done steroids?
I'm doing them now. So let's try to take a break. I'm going to try.
Okay.
I'm going to hit I don't know what's going to happen.
All right.
This is very likely.
Here we go.
Very likely nothing's going to happen. Let's see what happens.
With prices soaring at the pump,
but we can't
filling up can be stressful. That's why Discover has your back with cash back. Use Discover to earn 5% cash back at gas stations and Target now through June on up to $1,500 in purchases when you activate. We know every dollar matters right now, but you can count on us. Get up to $75 cash back this quarter with your Discover It card. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/rewards.
Does your company need bonds? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than any competitor anywhere. Our relationships with every major surety get you the credit you need fast, and we never stop working to exceed your expectations. Call me personally at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution to better bonds.
Medical data brought to you from Summit Male Medical Center. Over half of the guys over the age of 45 have some type of erectile dysfunction. If you fall into this category, you are obviously not alone. Don't worry about it. Do something about it. Call Summit Male Medical at 480-398-8255 1000. Let our Arizona licensed doctors and all male medical staff using FDA approved medication help you enjoy your life again. We guarantee it. Low testosterone, common signs are muscle loss, irritability, weight gain, decreased libido. Our testosterone therapy will turn you around. Discreet, professional, and we are successful. Don't let getting older get you down. Call today. 480-398-1000. That's 480-398-1000. Or go to summitmalemedical.com. What are you waiting for? Call today. 480-398-1000.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Business people like it straight and to the point. So here it is. Bruce Jacobs here to tell you take control of your utility expenses by calling Harmon Solar right now. They can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Level your energy costs, protect yourself from inflation. How's that for straight and to the point? Here's more. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
You can hear the grunts of pain. You can smell the workout sweat. You can feel the muscles straining. And even if you can't, we can.
And that's all that really matters.
NFL training camp.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Here we go.
It fills the senses.
Well, everyone's but yours.
Get the latest info, insights, and breaking news here.
Respect what it is we're doing here.
On your home for the NFL, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
That's not country music, is it? Has a suspicious twang to it.
No.
Randy said he put some stuff in there. That better not be country. That's AC/DC?
Yeah.
You're lying.
It says that's like, you know what? That's what it says on the bumper.
Yeah, well,
Actually, I'm not that familiar with the song.
Randy is smart enough to put it in AC/DC. So if I go looking for something to delete it, I'm like, oh, I'm going to delete AC/DC. Forget that. No. They're singing. Was that singing there?
I think one lyric slipped through.
Yeah. 888-368-1580. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. So the engineer has got the receiver fixed and it's pointed correctly. And still some other bugs to iron out, but we're doing okay. It was really funny. We were waiting. We couldn't go any longer, Keon. And I remotely fired off the brake, having no idea if you had left the A-serve fader up and if anybody was going to hear it. And it was there. It was a little quiet, but I, like a big boy, took us to commercial ourselves.
Well, I'm proud of you guys.
And then you freaked us out because you did not come into the camera shot and all of a sudden everything got louder. You reached over and pushed up the fader. And I'm like, it's a miracle.
Yeah, I was waiting for the engineer to come down and I was listening out. So I heard you guys go to breaks. And as soon as I got the chance, I ran over and tried to push the fader back up. So it's been a day. It's a Friday. It's a Friday. That's what I'm.
This is more like a Friday the 13th. Remember all the stuff he was worried about last time.
In our brief, Keon and Izzy, I mentioned that Friday the 13th. No one warned us about Friday the 20th.
This ain't nothing. 888-368-1580. Let's get caught up in the text line, and then we can move on and talk some other things. Bruno Baller says, this is crazy. Blender is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. That's a true statement. The Jet says, hey, I spend good money to listen to this show and these advertisements. Put some more commercials on. Do it right now. No, Jet, we're not doing that. Fish Tank says, Kenley Jansen was 8 for 8 in saves before that streaker came down there. He blew the save and then we lost. It's the beginning of a streaker curse. I guess you could blame it on the streaker. Busted his timing up, messed with his concentration.
Lose focus, obviously. Someone's running around out there and you're in the zone and all of a sudden you're not in it anymore.
Fish Tank says, I also saw that Yankee player that was selling players gear was also not even sending the gear to the people who are trying to buy it. So not only is he a thief, he's a fraud. What a way to lose your shot at the bigs. So people would give him money and then he would just not mail it back. Oh my God.
that's not only is he not going to the majors, that's prison, man. That's a crime.
Sure is.
You defrauded people.
Wiggy Mapiggy says, Jeffrey, down in Tijuana, I'm picking up Radio Deportes, King Sen Ochinta. Yeah, if you're really in Tijuana, you're not going to hear 1580 The Fanatic right now. So I don't know if you ever will. See, let me give you a little bit of behind the curtain information. So the FCC is what governs radio here in the United States. I don't know what they call it in Mexico. We'll say the cartel. So we have to follow the rules and not interfere with their stuff. They do whatever the hell they want. And so that's why sometimes, they're at 150,000 million watts when everybody else over here on this side. So being in Arizona, that's why sometimes at night you hear, either in the distance or in your face. And that's why they don't follow the rules. Fed Fan says loaded Italian fries, fried zucchini and pepperoni pizza. Life is good. Let's take a look here. Where'd you get that from? Well, that actually does. Those fried zucchini actually do look good. Yeah, where'd you get your food? Boomer Sooner says, well, I was checked out for a minute, Jeffrey, but it seems like 1580 is now back to normal. You are correct, sir. Hefty Lefty says, well, that was a fun break. Good Cat says, I feel like I'm a kid again with the antenna needing to get adjusted. Next thing you know, Jeffrey's going to have to hit the top of the unit to correct things. Hey, percussive maintenance works, okay? Hit the thing, boom, boom, boom. And I have been the kid who has been twisting the tinfoil because some moron and, my little sister broke the antenna, and you're doing everything you can just to make sure you get a good signal, I live that. Randy, I'm sure you live that.
Oh, yeah. How many times, I was at a station one time. We were so small. I was at a station one time where I was on the air and the transmitter kept kicking off. And the engineer had told me over the phone one time what to do if it kicks off. You walk over to the wall and you find a warm spot. Well, the transmitter was in the next room. You hit the warm spot like with a nice sharp blow, and that would usually kick the transmitter back on.
Wow.
True story.
That is frightening. That is frightening.
You feel the wall. You go up and down the wall.
How many watts?
Boom.
How many watts was that bad boy?
It was a daytime 5,000, nighttime 250.
Still 5,000. Geez.
Yeah.
Wow. You're lucky to be alive.
Yeah.
I think we're all lucky. Luckily, we got a really good engineer who came running and helped us out. Now, I am told everything should be back to normal, whatever that is.
No, come on, Jeffrey. Use the language. Copacetic and nominal. Come on.
I don't want to tech talk over everybody,
Copacetic and nominal.
All right. So copacetic and nominal, if you're in the business, not bad. Everything okay if you're not. Lost Toby says that was the best and worst commercial break ever. And by the way, Randy, bring up the text line and look at Lost Toby's text. You should do the same, Keon. I don't know how he did this fast, but he created a picture that I don't know. I mean, I think that must be an app that does that because my face has never done that before. But I think you'll enjoy that. Should post that on Twitter. Is that new crybaby face app? Yeah. Why isn't Randy in the shot? Probably because it was a tight shot. Give us a version with Randy in there.
No, I don't need to be in there.
I'll post it if he gives me that. Random texture says, wait a minute. I'm listening to the radio station. Somebody just sent a text that everything was back to normal. And Jeffrey, you agreed. I didn't know the blender was ever normal, but I want my old blender back. Somebody's
we have talked smoked meat today. We have talked radio stories. We have talked A little bit of everything. You think this show is normal? Please.
You know what? Here's the
Please.
thing. We would have done that whether or not there had been issues. That's the truth.
It is a Friday version of the Daily Blend.
All right. Fish Tank. Yes, we're getting Josh Applebaum on right now. It'll be 2 tin cans in a string. Wiggy McPiggy says, Jeffrey, have Randy hit me with a Mexican hat trick, Dos Equis, Corona, and a Modelo, please.
Okay.
Anytime, Wiggy McPiggy. All right. We are going to take a break. We come back. We are going to spend some time with the professor. That's right. It's Sports Betting 101 with Josh Applebaum right here on the Daily Blender on 1580 The Fanatic. Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with 0 down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Learn how thousands of smart homeowners are investing about $1 to avoid expensive home repair bills. John, a former non-customer, said, my air conditioner broke and I had to spend $1,900 to fix it. Jeff, a customer, wrote, my air conditioner broke and I got a new one at no out-of-pocket cost. Mary, a former non-customer, wrote, my heating system stopped running. I had to spend $3,000 to get a new one. Lisa, a customer, wrote, my heater stopped working. I got it fixed at no out-of-pocket cost. For about $1 a day, you can have all the major appliances and systems in your home guaranteed fixed or replaced with HSC's home warranty coverage. Call now, and the first month is free. If the lines are busy, please call back.
800-657-5714. 800-657-5714. 800-657-5714. That's 800-657-5714.
I'm an Arizona truck driver. I deliver food, medicine, supplies, and hope.
And during times of crisis, I support our communities. But every day I see people putting lives and families at risk.
Distracted driving is deadly, period. Be aware, be safe, and visit sharetheroadaz.com and find tips on how to drive safely around trucks.
This message is sponsored by the Arizona Trucking Association Foundation.
Living with chronic pain isn't really living at all. So why don't you do something about it?
I just learned to deal with the pain. I mean, I don't want to go through a long, agonizing surgery.
Or some doctor will just put me on meds for eternity. I don't like taking medication. Avoid both of those with stem cell regeneration therapy. It's non-invasive and, in most cases, with only a single injection, you're on your way to pain-free life.
Stem cell regeneration is just one of many effective alternative therapies at the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale. Our medical doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. We often help people who have not found relief with other treatments. If traditional medicines aren't working, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
Your home for NASCAR. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
The Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and I asked and I received. Lost Toby has the satellite dish picture with all three of us. I guess it's the Cry Face app or something. I don't know, but we all look very, very upset. I think we're going to use that as our technical difficulties graphic from now on. Well done, Lost Toby. I dig it. 888-368-1580. It's time now, ladies and gentlemen, that we haven't had a chance to talk to him for a while because he's off watching his teams actually be successful. I don't know what his current state of success is, but we'll find out. Josh Applebaum is the host of Betting Across America at 11 a.m. on Saturdays here on 1580 The Fanatic. And he also hosts the Market Insights podcast. And of course, he is the author of the Everything Guide to Sports Betting. You can find that on Amazon. A lot of you already have. If you haven't, you really should. I even gave it a review. I don't know if Josh, did you see my review? Did you like my review?
Well, I appreciate it. I
You have
check all the
Josh?
time to see, hopefully they're good
I
reviews.
guess
not
this
bad
is the way
reviews,
today
but,
is going to go.
I
Josh.
appreciate it, guys. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
Jeffrey. Yeah, I saw that review.
there's
that was
Josh.
really sweet. The way that you called me sweetheart and
Wait.
everything. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Wait a minute, you're not Josh. You're not Josh at all.
What do you mean? I can help you with all your betting questions. Go ahead.
I feel
Go
like
ahead,
I'm
ask
getting
away.
catfished right now.
Josh Applebaum here. Go ahead. Hit me with your betting questions.
I bet nobody's buying it. So what's the deal, Kim? What do you?
What's that? You put $50
He's
down
on the line. I can hear
Hey.
Josh. We
Yeah.
can't hear him. Oh, can you
$50
check the
down.
next Spanish bridge?
Hey,
Look
Josh.
over there.
$50 down
All
on
right.
the Golden State Warriors. Is that what
That-
you got there, Jeffrey? Go ahead.
Hey,
I
now-
can ask me. I
Yeah,
can
you
help
should have Josh now. Josh, Randy White is just doing the worst Josh Applebaum impersonation ever.
What are you
couldn't
talking
hear me.
about?
Sorry about that.
Josh is not there. It's me, Josh. I'm here.
Now the
That must
dog's
be my
mad. We still can't hear
doppelganger. How you
Josh.
guys doing? Can you hear me?
I told you. I
Jack?
told you I'm Josh.
I did. I pushed
Look
it
over
I
at the
pushed it
line.
down.
Look over where the phone line comes
Go
up.
ahead.
Look over there.
Ask me your betting.
Are any buttons not pushed?
I'll give you the answers to the betting questions you have.
Okay. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go tend to the dog, and Keon is going to talk to Josh Applebaum, because if the people on the air can hear him, then go ahead, Keon, take over.
Okay, yeah. I thought I pushed every button. The mix minus stuff is pushed down, but Josh, apparently it's a conversation between me and you. I'm the only one who can hear you of these three guys. They're remotely doing the show right now. So we were talking about the NBA playoffs the last time that we talked to you, and your Celtics have moved on, and you talked about them and all of that, but where do things stand now, especially after the game ones of the conference finals?
So first off, can you hear me? Are we live? Is there anyone out there in the abyss? Are we together right now?
It's really just me and you. I don't know, for whatever reason, and I'll keep tweaking with stuff, but Jeffrey and Randy can't hear you. And
Maybe you should press the B side of that channel, and maybe we could hear him if you press the B side.
Well, it's great to be with you guys, and again, it's been a while here, but it's tough. My Celtics are playing all these 7 o'clock, 7:30 games, right? We're supposed to talk, so it's good to be back with you. And I would say good start to the weekend. Tiger Woods just made the cut. That was a bet that I've been sweating here all day. He had a rough start to his tournament, but around minus 125 cashes, so good start here, guys. But I would say, one thing to keep an eye out for in the NBA playoffs, line movement. Really good example last night with the Celtics. You saw the Celtics like +4 opening as a dog at Miami for game 2. And this is why when you're betting NBA, you got to be glued to Twitter and paying attention to updates for injuries, because we saw Al Horford, who missed the first game with COVID protocol. He got upgraded to probable. That line moved all the way Celtics +4, all the way down to +1. Marcus Smart was in there as well. You had some good numbers in terms of, Celtics off a loss. They're now 4-0 this postseason. But really playoff line moves. If you see a line move in favor of a team in the playoffs, 24-14 against the spread, 63%. We've also seen unders do very well. I know the overcast last night, but unders on the playoffs are now 50-28, 64%. So that's really what I've been looking at in the NBA playoff, guys. I apologize for your Suns. I was hoping for a Boston, Phoenix connection here with our conversations with Celtics Suns. Luka obviously was incredible, but right now Warriors favorite to win the NBA title +110, but my Celtics second best odds +180.
Josh, I can hear you now. I don't know if you know that, but I can hear you now.
Perfect.
And,
it's great to be with you. I missed you the last couple weekends.
It's been that kind of day. All right, Josh. So Randy, can you hear Josh? Can you hear Josh?
Yeah. Yes, I can. I thought I was doing a great job of Josh, by the way.
What did you think
I
of
thought
Randy?
You were great. It was fitting image. I loved it.
Yeah, I thought my imitation of Josh Applebaum, although a very difficult imitation to do, I thought was spot on.
It was spot on. Pretty much you can just say bet against the public, follow the sharp action, and then that's pretty much all I talk about.
And there you go.
So how about that bettor who put $20,000 in Tiger Woods, and if Tiger wins the the PGA Championship, he'll get a $1.2 million on there. Are you surprised to see Tiger even make the cut today?
So I was surprised, and this was a bet that I was sweating Tiger to make the cut. I was surprised he got off to a rough start. He was +4, shot a 74. He had a really good bounce back round today to make the cut. that's been awesome here. But really, guys, what was interesting is, Tiger, anytime he takes the course, he's going to get the lion's share of all the betting. The betting market, it's unbelievable how much Tiger generates action for the PGA. But really with Tiger, what we saw in the Masters was he made the cut. He really played great, but he tailed off, and really you can attribute that to his injuries. It's incredible that he's even, back, up and playing after his terrible car accident. But I think that's the angle with Tiger, betting him to make the cut, because we saw him tail off in the Masters. We'll see how he can, play, hopefully, going into the weekend here. But you saw a lot of sports books take a big position against Tiger because he was like 65 to 1, 100 to 1. They're taking in all this action, a lot of money on Tiger to win it all. If he does, books are going to get absolutely cleaned out here, but they're pretty confident that he won't win it all. So let's see. I'm always rooting for Tiger, but my angle with Tiger is based on his injury. And again, you saw him in the Masters after he made the cut. He said, I need to, jump in the tub there with all the ice because I'm feeling, my body's really, really rough after that first round. That's my angle with Tiger. Bet him to make the cut. Don't bet him to win these tournaments.
Jump in the tub with all that ice. By ice, he meant waitresses. Oh, no. So now, I don't know what the odds were, but did anybody see Will Halitosis coming? Or Zalatoris, whatever. What's his name?
Zalatoris.
Yeah. Did anybody see him coming? The odds must have been pretty well high with that guy, right?
Yeah, and actually, one site, guys, if you ever want to bet on golf and, use some analytics to your advantage, check out OWGR.com. It's the official world golf ranking. And Zalatoris has been a guy that's really shot up a lot of these leaderboards. And what they do is they rank, how you're playing recently based on, how you've done all year. But they put a lot of weight into what you've done recently. So Zalatoris is a guy who's, really kind of, jumped on the scene here, but he's ranked pretty high on OWGR. So that's one website where if you're betting golf, take a look at the rankings. Like, for instance, Scheffler's 1, Ram 2, Aram, Morikawa. That's a good website to look to try to cash some golf bets.
888-368-1580. Josh Applebaum, the author of the Everything Guide to Sports Betting on the Amazon. So now you mentioned, all the time you've been ditching us for the Boston Celtics. I want you to know something. I'm rooting for them. I'd rather see them win than the Heat. I'm wanting to see Warriors Celtics in the finals. How does Vegas feel about that? Is that looking good by Vegas eyes, or is that looking not so good?
So after last night, it's actually looking really good right now. And believe it or not, there are sports books, and a lot of these will allow it exact matchup odds. So you could actually pick, the Celtics to play the Warriors. So if you look at the odds right now, with the Celtics coming back and winning that game 2, they're now a minus 250 favorite to beat the Heat, but they are the favorite here to win the East. You can bet them plus 180 to win the championship. Warriors are a big favorite against Doncic. That number is actually Warriors minus 450. So again, if they win tonight, it's a 6.5 point spread. I actually took the points with Doncic tonight, but it's really showing, and looking like we could get this, coast to coast Warriors Celtics. I think that would be a fantastic, extremely entertaining, and really, a lot of betting and a lot of money generated from that matchup. If it was Heat Mavericks, yeah, anyone would bet the NBA Finals. But I know, Silver and all the NBA is rooting for Celtics Warriors. You can get both coasts and two teams that, again, generate a ton of betting handle.
So let me ask you, is there a prop bet for, or, maybe even just a GoFundMe for somebody to punch Luka Doncic in the face? I mean, I just want to. I like to see
somewhere. I don't know.
Don't you just want to punch him right in the smug face, just a little bit? Don't you feel like that punchable face?
Definitely. So I like where you're going with that. With what was it, Step Brothers? There, I don't know what it is. They just want to punch your face. So great movie. If any Step Brothers reference, I love it anyway.
That was just a Jeffrey O'Brien reference. I literally wasn't even thinking about that. He was so smug, and I just pop him right in the. It's more about being Irish than anything, there, Josh.
So I would say Doncic, you got to love the fact that he doesn't take himself too seriously. You have a lot of NBA players who, it's all me in the spotlight. Doncic is out there having fun. And, the joke on Twitter here is, he has a beer and a bag of Skittles and he'll beat you on the court. This is what he did to the Phoenix Suns. But imagine if he gets in the weight room, you drop a few pounds, keep an eye out for Doncic. If he slims down, he'd be even better.
Yeah, you know what? I don't like you saying nice things about Doncic on the show. I prefer you just kept that to yourself, please. 888-368-1580. So going into the weekend, What other things are you looking for some value on with your betting? You know, you got a lot of rookie sports bettors here. Where else can we go place our dollars and our nickels?
So we got a lot of NBA playoffs. You have a lot of NHL playoffs. Baseball obviously is wall to wall right now. I'll throw something at your listeners though that to me is really has some value right now. And if you want to get ahead of it, you could really beat some closing line value here. It's the NBA first overall pick in the draft. So I apologize. I want to make it up to you guys. I think when we talked NFL draft, I was talking about Aiden Hutchinson. There's that crazy movement to Walker late. But if you want to get out ahead of the NBA draft, if you look at a lot of mock drafts right now, there are two guys at the top of the list. Jabari Smith from Auburn and Chet Holmgren, who talk about skinny. He needs a hamburger or two from Gonzaga. And they're 50-50. All these mock drafts are, some have Jabari Smith one, some have Chet Holmgren number one. Paolo Banchero from Duke is pretty much your favorite to go third. But it's 50-50, but what is the market telling us? The market is big on Jabari Smith. He actually opened around an even money plus 100 favorite to be first overall. And a lot of books are moving to Jabari Smith minus 125. So the public narrative is it's a 50-50 coin flip, but the money's all going to Jabari Smith. And if you haven't watched this guy play, he's 6'10". He's kind of the new age NBA that he can pop out and shoot the three. Shot 42% from three at Auburn. He averaged 17 points. The market's moving towards Smith. We also get great data at VSiN from BetMGM. It's a low bets, higher dollar, only about 15% of bets, but almost 30% of money. So if you're looking towards something toward the future, I'd look at Jabari Smith to be the first overall pick. I bet him the other day at around even money.
Okay, well, all right. You know, I figure if you need a shooter though, you can't go wrong with him or say Alec Baldwin. I mean, either way, I don't know where I don't know where he is on the rankings on that, but you know, it's something to look at.
Oh boy,
you know,
it's a Friday blender. Yeah.
You know the odds better than I do, Josh. But what? Anybody got any questions? 888-368-1580. FedFan has one, but you go ahead. You go first, Keon.
I was just going to say that with the Magic preferring just to have long, lanky guys, is there a contrarian play there to go Chet Holmgren?
So Holmgren is interesting, but I think, you know, based on, and again, look at the late movement. So when you look at like drafting, you know, it's a conundrum. You want to get out ahead of a pick before the line really moves against you. But you also sometimes want to wait because, as we saw at the NFL draft, you know, Walker from Georgia, he was really not on the radar at all. And then the last, you know, week, he really shot up there and really became that number one pick. So on the one hand, you want to wait, but to me, it's Jabari Smith. Really what you're trying to do in Orlando, as you mentioned, a tall guy who can shoot from three. Holmgren, not as polished of a shooter. And to me, Holmgren really screams OKC because OKC, who picked second, they really like kind of those really high upside guys, some Europeans. Obviously, Josh Giddey was kind of a hit for them last year. Holmgren makes a lot more sense to me on OKC. I think if you're Orlando, really the fit with Smith makes a little bit more sense.
And FedFan says, hey, Josh, if the Warriors play the Celtics, let's have a bet. Warriors win, you have to mail me a copy of your book. If Celtics win, I'll purchase your book on Amazon.
Ooh, I'll take you up on that. I like those odds. I'm in.
All right, book it, FedFan. That is a bet between you and now she is a fierce Warriors fan, so I think there'll be a lot of good smack talk going on with you guys as that series goes forward. I hope this is exactly what we get because that's what I'm hoping for. Josh, good luck to you and your Celtics, and have yourself a great weekend. Sorry for all the kerfuffle. Hopefully we'll get you back here next Friday and do it again. That is Josh Applebaum, host of Betting Across America, Saturdays at 11 a.m., and the author of Everything Guide to Sports Betting on Amazon. Have a great weekend, and one more hour of the Daily Blender is coming up next here on 1580 The Fanatic.
With prices soaring at the pump, filling up can be stressful. That's why Discover has your back with cashback. Use Discover to earn 5% cash back at gas stations and Target, now through June, on up to $1,500 in purchases when you activate. We know every dollar matters right now, but you can count on us. Get up to $75 cash back this quarter with your Discover It card. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/rewards.
Does your company need bonds? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than any competitor anywhere. Our relationships with every major surety get you the credit you need fast, and we never stop working to exceed your expectations. Call me personally at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution to better bonds.
Medical data brought to you from Summit Male Medical Center. Over half of the guys over the age of 45 have some type of erectile dysfunction. If you fall into this category, you are obviously not alone. Don't worry about it. Do something about it. Call Summit Male Medical at 480-398-1000. Let our Arizona licensed doctors and all male medical staff using FDA-approved medication help you enjoy your life again. We guarantee it. Low testosterone? Common signs are muscle loss, irritability, weight gain, decreased libido. Our testosterone therapy will turn you around. Discreet, professional, and we are successful. Don't let getting older get you down. Call today, 480-398-1000. That's 480-398-1000. Or go to summitmalemedical.com. What are you waiting for? Call today, 480-398-1000.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com. Championship weekend is back at Phoenix Raceway. Drivers will put it all on the line to claim NASCAR greatness. The Truck Series Championship kicked things off Friday night under the lights. We're going to tear it up tonight. Followed by an action-packed Saturday, where fans will witness an ARCA and Xfinity Series Championship doubleheader. Don't miss out on the action November 4th and 5th. Get your tickets now for NASCAR Championship weekend at PhoenixRaceway.com or call 866-408-RACE.
There's no doubt that Harman Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for zero down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harman Solar is a family-owned, women-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
Live from the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale.
This is KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K256 Phoenix, 99.3 FM.
And K240 U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your oh my God, what the hell was that?
It's been that kind of day, Jeff. Go.
Friday is just now happening to you in particular.
It's like a Friday the 13th on the layaway. We just finally picked it up, and
Did
here
you
it
say
is.
Friday the 13th? Here we go again.
So, what was that? Yes, Jeffrey O'Brien here, you know, the one with the overreactive mouth. And, of course, we got Randy White right over there. Keon Rose is in the control room. And, of course, you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. I tell you what, I wondered, Bruno Baller, he says, did you have a stroke? Blissful Hayes said that. And I'm like, did I? You know how sometimes your mouth will betray you. You're not sure if you've had a stroke. And then suddenly you're thinking, I'm going to keep talking and let's see how this plays out. But it did occur to me, Blissful Hayes. Bruno Baller said, okay, thank you. 888-368-1580. All right. So what were we talking about? Yeah, today sucks.
We were just trying to get into the 5 o'clock hour, Jeff.
Today just kind of sucks a little bit.
As far as I can remember it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
In a few minutes, I may just need to step away and do a thing.
And we'll talk about Demolition Derby. Keon and I will talk.
There's so much stuff to talk about. There's no shortage of things. It was funny because everybody thought in the at 3 o'clock hour when I had to step outside that we just ran out of things to talk about because Keon wasn't here. That's not even the case. I love talking about barbecue. I love talking about grilling and stuff like that. So, you know, it ain't. I might be having a stroke.
Maybe
my mouth ain't working. Let's talk about people whose mouths may or may not work. I was stunned to see this news. Well, first, Tom Brady is joining Fox Sports when he's done playing football,
which will be in the year 2083,
something like that. Yeah, but eventually, somebody's losing their job because when Tom Brady shows up, that guy is and that guy, of course, is Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen, they are now saying will do Super Bowl with Kevin Burkhardt.
What?
Was Greg Olsen that good as a color commentary guy? I honestly don't remember, and that's not a bad sign, I guess. It means that he wasn't awful because you tend to remember the awful guys, but I guess he was okay because I remember watching him in the booth in games, but I don't remember anything he's ever said.
Right. So what do you want more? Do you want to hear somebody that you do remember that has something to say about the game, or somebody who's a game analyst? You can't recall how they are. To me, I want to remember this guy had something to say about the game. And Greg Olsen, God bless him, dry toast.
Yeah, kind of. I remember watching a game with him, and he was talking beforehand, and he's like, the first time he went and did play-by-play, they combed his hair. And then they realized, well, nobody recognizes him. So then they did that thing where he looks like he just took his helmet off and like, oh yeah, look, it's Greg Olsen. But beyond that, as far as what he had to say, you're absolutely right, Randy. Unremarkable. Unless somebody else can remark, I kind of found him unremarkable. And I'm actually surprised they're going with somebody who's this much of a rookie with Kevin Burkhardt, and also surprised Kevin Burkhardt is going to be doing the Super Bowl for Fox. Is this the best they've got now?
Well, I mean, who do they have? Joe Buck is doing some slap and tickle show on ESPN with this America's Caddy guy. It's just a ripoff of the Peyton Manning show from Monday Night Football. ESPN's trying to use that for the PGA Championship. Who else does Fox have?
We're talking about the Super Bowl, though.
I know that, but who else does Fox have? They don't have Joe Buck. Who do they have?
Can they get Kevin Harlan? No,
well, I mean, they could get Kevin Harlan, and it would be a damn good Super Bowl call, wouldn't it?
It absolutely makes more sense than that. Get Kevin Harlan and Kurt Warner, and
now there we go. That's award-winning to me. Yeah.
Boy, if there was ever a year I was just going to go ahead and turn on 1580 The Fanatic while watching the show, this would be the one. This would be the one. This is not just for a beer run. This is for the whole damn thing.
Yeah,
I'll give Burkhardt a shot, but with
Kevin
Olsen,
Burkhardt.
Hey, remember the time he? Oh, me neither, because he didn't. I no idea. I mean, I've heard him on calls too, but it's just like, I don't know. I mean, I guess you got to put him out there so he can be in those moments and get that chance. With Greg Olsen, though, I wonder how much of that is just, hey, we know Brady's coming, just don't screw it up. Just don't screw it up. And we're not even going to give Brady a tough act to follow. He's going to follow Greg Olsen, who no one remembers. And as long as he's better than that, Tom Brady looks pretty good. You got to throw bigger stars at this thing. You got to throw.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, you got a gap tooth. You got the gap tooth guy, and you got Strahan, crazy bald guy, and you got Jim. You got Howie Long. You got all these guys. Jim Brown.
I bet Howie Long would be incredible as color commentator. But
that's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
So, you know who's not working as a color commentator? Louis Riddick.
You know who else isn't working as a Louis C.K.? He's also not doing it. Well, but no, you're right. I mean, here's the thing. I'm talking about your main guy, your main play-by-play guy. Yeah, Louis Riddick could go in there just as much as Greg Olsen, and he probably is better at it. But as far as the actual broadcast goes, as far as your play-by-play guy, gee whiz, if you can't get a stellar guy, get some more personalities, more. This is the biggest game of the damn year. Get some people in there that are not boring like Greg Olsen.
Well, I nominate you. I think they put Jeffrey.
Well, I
O'Brien
nominate
there as
you,
color commentator,
and Keon nominates
you
himself.
second that emotion. Jeffrey O'Brien is color commentator for the Super Bowl.
If
Yeah,
only
I
that's
second
how it
that
worked.
motion.
Yeah, well, if that was how it worked, the three of us should just do the damn game. If the three of us did the game, we are nobodies, but we would at least kill it. We would make it entertaining. We'd probably be fired halfway through the game for something I said. But still, it would be.
Oh, but
there
it would be
you
totally
go.
worth it too.
There you go. There you'd have something right there. Fed fan says, well, C.S. Lewis isn't doing football commentary. Well, mostly because he's dead. Well, he didn't get into a cupboard and find his way through. All right. How do you know? He might not be. King Kitten says, nah, Kevin Harlan works for CBS and The Fanatic. I know, but I'm just saying, loan him. Just do something, because now it's not about networks. It's about our enjoyment of watching the damn Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think that they were seriously hoping they could get Brady, but Brady
by the Super Bowl.
I think they were hoping Brady would be retired, and then you pitch it to him, obviously, and then you'd have Brady for the Super Bowl. But that you bid for the Super Bowl years in advance, and now they just happen to be in a weird space where they're losing Buck and Aikman, and they don't have the next crew in yet. I mean, they got Burkhardt, but they don't have Brady, who they'd love to actually be have the person up there. So I think that's where they are.
So here's what they should do: if Tom Brady's not going to be in the Super Bowl, have him come down and do the Super Bowl. Why not? There's no rules against that. And sure, it's a bleep thing to do to Greg Olson, but at least then, how exciting would that be? The first game that Tom Brady ever was involved with was the Super Bowl. That would be staggering, and that would be of interest. People would be like, well, let's see how he does on this, it won't matter who Kevin Burkhardt is at that point. And listen, I like Greg Olson. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, if you're going to have this be the biggest football broadcast of the entire year, you go big or you go home. And right now, Fox just looks like they need to go home.
They do currently, yeah. And then the only thing that we can hope is specifically Greg Olson, but Kevin Burkhardt a little bit too, that those guys gel and become more exciting as the season goes on. That's the best we can hope for. Unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, Greg Olson just looks like a lumberjack that just woke up. Okay. And if we can't remember anything that he said last season, and I did watch a couple of his games. I wasn't upset about it, but I wasn't like, hey, yeah, it wasn't this Tony Romo buzz, was there, and by the way, Drew Brees, he could end up on the number 2 team for Fox. Nice guy. Put him in the same category as far as broadcast as, say, Greg Olson, right? By the way, why did NBC not like him on the Football Night in America?
Well, he had this thing on his cheek, and it kept growing, and it was moving around from week to week.
Well, I didn't realize it was moving.
They didn't know what. Yeah, when it was changing positions. They didn't know what to do with that. So they just you're fired.
Yeah, they had him look like to this, like the side. They always made sure that whatever was on his cheek was not the side he was looking at.
Now this week it's back towards your ear. Oh, now
maybe
it's
too distracting for the other guys.
It moved around.
I don't know if NBC moved on from Drew so much as Drew. I don't know. It feels like Drew's having like a midlife crisis right now. He just was like, well, I'm stepping away from NBC. I could go back and play football. I could work on my
kidding
chairs.
about that later.
Well, I sure hope so. Because
that's a guy that's been relieved of his contract and didn't want to be relieved of his contract. That's what that is right there.
Okay.
Drew Brees' ego just got slammed. Well, I mean, I'm not exploring all my options here. I could go back and play football. I could drive NASCAR. I could race chickens. Who knows what I could do, man?
How do you race a chicken? I can't even catch a chicken.
Well, you got to get them in the racetrack, and you got to get the racetrack specialized. Have like walls so the chickens don't meander, and then when you let them go, you got to have like something at the end, maybe chicks, maybe some food. Bam, they'll take off running.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have the urge. If I was up to me to catch chickens, we probably wouldn't have chicken for dinner.
Yeah, you really don't. You really don't chase them. You kind of sneak up on them slow, and they're not very smart. So what my grandma used to do when I was in Guyana, in South America. She would just kind of just draw like a line in the sand, and the chickens are just real dumb. They just sit there and look at it. You just grab one and then break its neck. That's the first time I saw an animal die.
Oh my God.
And then we ate it later, and I was like, well, that was good. So I don't even know how to feel. I wanted to be traumatized by it, but it was also delicious. So I
made it okay.
Yeah.
So what did Grandma do? Did she pick the chicken up and just helicopter?
Yeah, just helicopter. Yeah,
Oh,
just literally
no
just start spinning it around. Chicken's gone.
Wow.
At first, the chicken's like, "Hey, this is fun." Wait.
Yeah. So they're just not bright. You just outsmart them. You don't have to chase them.
Of course, I would make a mistake. I'd spin it around by the feet. Like, how long is this going to take? Jesus, God. Ow, it's biting. Ow, it's pecking. Ow. Oh, no. Why isn't this working?
Then you put it down. Thanks a lot. I can't walk anywhere. Thanks a lot.
Oh, it's probably better I don't do that. That's impressive, though. That is impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't know how we got to that, but yeah, Drew Brees is heading to Fox too, and I had no problem with him. Was he just boring, or what? Why did NBC just kind of?
I think after one season, you can't really know what Drew Brees was going to be. I thought he did fine. I was hoping he'd get more chances to grow. I think also Drew had aspirations of doing color.
Mm-hmm.
And with NBC, they only have the one game a week, so it's not like there are tons of opportunities there.
Wasn't he also doing color though for the Notre Dame games?
He was, and I thought
was
he did pretty good.
Color for I thought he did too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, he was pretty solid.
Well, I'm sure he'll find his way. It's not like he's looking at his bank account going, I got to get back to work soon. I think he's okay. I think he's okay.
Yeah, I think he'll manage.
It's not like us. Sean Payton is over at Fox now, too. And I don't know why he's not being brought into the Super Bowl thing.
He seems more entertaining than Greg.
Yeah, that seems a loose cannon a little bit.
That seems like a better idea, but okay. Do your thing, Fox.
I mean, Kevin James made a movie about him. There's got to be something there. There's got to. That was sarcasm, by the way. Just a little sarcasm.
Okay.
So Fox is gobbling up all these guys, but I don't know how many of these guys are going to end up being, something. Big George says, I prefer Kevin Burkhardt to Joe Buck, but not by too much. Can't Fox get some experienced broadcasters? They should have gone after Al Michaels. And that's what we really all thought was going to happen. That I thought Al Michaels was going actually over to Monday Night Football. That didn't happen. I thought, okay, well, with these other guys moving, he'll go over to Fox. But I think Amazon just dangled a big old bag of cash in front of him. He's making bank at Amazon. Kyle G says they should have local radio guys do the Super Bowl for each team. They could do two channels, like Manning and, over there on the ESPN there for Monday Night Football. For example, the last one would be a local Los Angeles guy on NBC and the Cincy guy like on ABC. Well, we get what your idea is. So let's say if it is, the Colts versus the Cardinals in the Super Bowl, then I don't know who the hell it'd be, to be honest. I don't know who does it for anybody. I live here. But I get what you're saying, Kyle G. Booger Wolf says Drew Brees had to step back to renegotiate the contract for his mole. So the mole was the problem, not Drew.
Yeah, see, I told you guys.
I don't know why they have separate agents. I feel that's weird. Megatron says, no, Olsen is good. Brees is like listening to paint dry, though. If Brees is more boring than Olsen, that's a problem. Wiggy says, Jeffrey, I don't think that would work. Tom Brady may be disappointed with the performance and run down at halftime and suit up. Well, he's not going to do that for just any team. Keon says, Joe the Show, did you grow up in Guyana? My brother's wife is Guyanese. Great food. Also, have you heard of Dr. Ivan Van Sertima?
Have not heard of.
What makes you think he knows people down there?
The doctor. I didn't grow up there. I was born there, and I've been back a few times.
So I'm going to tell somebody is like, oh, you're from Oregon. Hey, do you know?
To be fair, though, Guyanese. To be fair, Guyanese people do that all the time. Oh, hey, you must know so and so. Like, no, I really don't. I promise you, I have no idea who you're talking about.
I guess that is a thing. Fed Fan says, all I know is that the worst duo of commentators seem to always do every Cardinals game. I feel that way about the Colts.
What do you mean, Dave Pash? I love Dave Pash.
Well, Fed fan don't.
She doesn't like Dave Pash?
Evidently not.
Well, I know. Wolfley tends to get on your nerves every once in a while, but
she's not talking about radio. She's talking about TV.
Well, it's Dave Pash and Ron Wolfley, isn't it?
No, that's only preseason. It's only
you're
local
talking about
preseason.
the network guys. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. All right.
Oh, you get the worst network guys. Although I'm going to say, whenever I've watched with my wife, no, I haven't had a problem with the play-by-play on that.
I mean,
well, mostly because I can't hear it because she's yelling. She's screaming at the defense.
I think that's more frustrating
in
if the team
Spanish.
is actually good.
English.
When your team is, nobody cares about your team. They throw you in the 1 o'clock game and they don't give a damn who they give you. You just get whoever. You learn not to complain. You're grateful if the guys are speaking and it's coherent. You just take
television. Fed fan says, I like Dave and Wolf. It's those Fox guys. Megatron says she's talking about Aqib Talib.
Yeah,
he needs to go home, please. I don't care for Aqib Talib. The other guy they had him with, I don't remember his name. He was pretty good, but no, Aqib Talib's got to go. Am I alone in that? Or
no, I'm 100% with you, Jeffco.
I guess maybe part of it is when he's poking people in the eyes and taking their necklaces, that kind of pissed me off a little bit.
Aqib Talib, the notorious chain snatcher. I do think. I don't know. Like there's sometimes I think he's entertaining, but for the full 60 minutes of a football game, it gets grating about the third quarter. You're like, all right, Aqib, please, just like less.
Yeah. Kane Kenton says sometimes on CBS it's a good crew. Joe the Show says, well, because Dr. Ivan Van Sertima is a world-renowned linguist, was a professor for Rutgers University. He wrote a book called They Came Before Columbus. I got excited thinking you'd grown up there and knew who he was. LOL.
Well, I really don't, but that sounds really interesting. I might check that out.
Are you from there, Joe the Show? We'll wait.
Well, no, he said he knew
his brother's wife.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. Number one Rattlers fan says Ron Wolfley got his start as an Arizona Rattlers announcer. That's a fact. Wrong station. And by the way, I have an ironic version folder of my football cards, and I've got several Ron Wolfleys in there. And it's like you open it up and you see there's certain ones that I'm like, oh yeah, that's funny. Yeah, one of these days I'm going to get one of them signed. I hear he's a nice guy.
My understanding is that he is. Yes, I wish I could meet him.
It was the other guy that was the problem.
Mm-hmm.
That was the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Fish Tank says, it's not a mole, it's a birthmark, you ignorant bastards. Sorry, I'm still upset the Dolphins signed Dante Culpepper over Drew Brees like 15 years ago. But I'm still salty about it. He also says, Keon, did you watch Moon Knight? Is it worth it?
I haven't seen it yet, actually. Still on the to-watch list of things. I haven't had time to really sit down and watch stuff.
I like that actor. I do like that actor. I might try it. I might.
He's all wrapped up in cloths and he's got glowing eyes. How do you know who it is?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, he does spend some time outside of the costume too.
He does?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen the trailer. I haven't seen anybody outside of the gauze bandages and the glowing eyes with the big hook thing.
The trailer that got me excited, Umbrella Academy. That looks damn good. YouTube, the Umbrella Academy season 3 trailer. That's if the show's anywhere near as good as the trailer, I can't wait. Can't wait for that to pop back on.
Okay.
All right, got to take a break. When we come back, is there something we're supposed to be doing? Because this day has been so wonky and weird. I have no. If nothing else is happening, can I talk about some NFL quarterbacks?
Let's do NFL quarterbacks.
Why am I asking your opinion? You're a rookie still till July. We realize that in July that'll be Keon's 1-year anniversary of being on this program.
It'll be my sophomore season.
It just seems like it went by so fast, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, for us it did. He's like, it's been an eternity.
I
have lived
so
several
much.
lifetimes. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
Looking ahead to the playoff action coming up on Saturday. First off, in the NBA, the Eastern Conference Finals will resume. Heat and Celtics series even 1-1 as the series shifts to Boston for games 3 and 4. Boston is a 6.5-point favorite in game number 3 on Saturday night. The over-under at 207.5. Stanley Cup playoffs, just one game coming up on Saturday night as the St. Louis Blues host the Colorado Avalanche. This series is even at one game apiece. Colorado, a road favorite, paying out at -170 on the money line Saturday night. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
With prices soaring at the pump, filling up can be stressful. That's why Discover has your back with cashback. Use Discover to earn 5% cash back at gas stations and Target, now through June, on up to $1,500 in purchases when you activate. We know every dollar matters right now, but you can count on us. Get up to $75 cash back this quarter with your Discover It card. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/rewards.
Does your company need bonds? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than any competitor anywhere. Our relationships with every major surety get you the credit you need fast, and we never stop working to exceed your expectations. Call me personally at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution to better bonds.
Medical data brought to you from Summit Male Medical Center. Over half of the guys over the age of 45 have some type of erectile dysfunction. If you fall into this category, you are obviously not alone. Don't worry about it. Do something about it. Call Summit Male Medical at 480-398-1000. Let our Arizona licensed doctors and all male medical staff using FDA-approved medication help you enjoy your life again. We guarantee it. Low testosterone? Common signs are muscle loss, irritability, weight gain, decreased libido. Our testosterone therapy will turn you around. Discreet, professional, and we are successful. Don't let getting older get you down. Call today, 480-398-1000. That's 480-398-1000. Or go to summitmalemedical.com. What are you waiting for? Call today. 480-398-1000.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic. And Izzy, what do you do at noon every day?
Grab lunch. I got to get ready for the main event.
Well, that will have to change as the main event is adding an hour, noon to 2 p.m. starting on June 1st. We have one more week of 1 to 2 p.m. So join me as we talk NBA and NHL playoffs, Diamondbacks and Major League Baseball, NFL OTA offseason workout updates, and more. Monday through Friday here on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
Arizona Rattlers football.
Exclusively on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
And at 1580thefanatic.com.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Tune in to hear every home game live.
Let's go, boys.
Don't miss a second of all the high-paced action as the Rattlers chase another world championship.
Hey, if we're going to win, it's going to be on us.
Rattlers football on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Or streaming live at 1580thefanatic.com.
David Lender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and I went ahead and posted up Lost Toby's artwork, his rendition of the Daily Blender during satellite and technical issues. You can see that at 1580 The Fanatic. I guess that's the new popular app, I guess, to make everybody look like they're crying. That's it. All right. 888-368-1580. King Kitten says, use those bubblegum cards in your kids' bike wheels. Okay. Lost Toby says, you're supposed to give out more free shirts. I'll give you a free shirt next time I see you, but I don't know what you're talking about there. Fed fan says French Open starts Sunday, and she's very happy about that.
Well, that's a tennis.
That's for her.
Yep.
Yeah. Tennis for her. In fact, spoiler alert, today's Big Georgia sports history has to do with tennis. So
is it about the French, the Frenchy French?
I do not remember. It's over there. I can't reach it. So and with my eyesight, I couldn't read it from here. So.
Why do the French always play tennis on clay?
Yeah, it's just it's just a thing.
I mean, and why do the British always play tennis on grass?
If I'm not mistaken, there's different seasons for each one.
And why do the Americans play tennis on concrete?
Well, doesn't that just make more sense? Concrete.
Clay, grass, concrete.
Clay.
Does that say something about it?
Everything is dirty. Grass, it's like, okay, well, if one weird blade of grass is, it can mess up what you're doing. I don't know. I think that it should always it doesn't have to be like hard, boring concrete. I think you can paint it green.
Well, I think the American Open is in New York City, is it not? Is that the U.S. Open?
Mm-hmm. Probably.
And they have the Rod Laver court there.
They do.
The Rod Laver Arena, which, and I think the concrete is very well taken care of there. It's not that, like you go down to, Mesquite Park somewhere with some worn out tennis balls and some old wood rackets, and you go out on the court that's not only a tennis court, it's also a basketball, volleyball, roller hockey, shuffleboard court. It's got lines all over the damn place. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fed fan says Americans are tougher. We're mutts. We can handle the tough stuff.
Is that what it is? We're on the concrete.
We go to use soft clay. Toothy Brits got grass because the soft clay is too much for them. Yeah, this is America. We don't need any soft surfaces. You give us some good old-fashioned United States concrete, you sons of bitches, and let's play.
No, we're hard asses. Is that what
in the rain, in the sun, in the snow? That concrete don't change. Well, your mud. Oh, it's raining. Oh, that grass. Oh, it's dead. America.
What's Australia? What do they play on? They play on the concrete.
They play on a lot of drugs.
Dirt. What do they have? Like the Outback? They have like Outback tennis courts.
I think it's just concrete.
Where they have like snakes and varmints out there. And you're trying to play tennis, and these varmints are trying to kill you at the same time.
Yeah, it's straight up just dry ground. It's not clay. It's not grass. It's not concrete. It's that very dry ground, and then with all the animals trying to kill you.
And then you got the referee is one of them guys with the didgeridoos out there, and his face has got the white hands on his face. He's like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Australia. Maybe a great white shark comes in, mid-court somewhere.
It's a danger.
Yeah.
I think we've proven one thing, if nothing else.
All right.
We've never watched tennis. 888-368-1580. So I want to talk some quarterbacks, please. I got a stack here. The first thing that is of note with the quarterbacks is that old Bryant Gumbel. Remember him? Used to be on the Today Show.
NBC, yeah.
And his brother, he's chubby fella doing play-by-play.
Yeah,
he's pretty
Brent.
good. No,
Brent.
Is it one of the Gumbles? Bob Gumbel. I don't know his name.
Bubble.
What is there's Bryant Gumbel.
Greg Gumbel.
Greg Gumbel.
Oh,
there you go.
Thought it was Bubble Gumbel.
He's actually pretty good. But Bryant is going to be interviewing some of Deshaun Watson's accusers on HBO's Real Sports when it debuts on Tuesday. And that ought to be interesting. I mean, right now, Deshaun Watson, things are starting to not look so good for him and his legal team as they're going through this. Now, several of the women who've accused him of the misconduct they're going to detail the alleged suffering and abuse, and then also their reactions to his $230 million contract with the Browns.
I'm sure they'll be thrilled. I'm sure they'll be happy for him. Of course not. I mean, it's just
they want him to play because he needs the money so that he can pay the lawsuit.
I mean,
this is all civil now, right?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, he made some money with the Texans. He had endorsements and stuff. I mean, it's just.
But this is more money
for them. the idea that he is being rewarded after what he did, or what they're claiming he did, they're not going to be happy about
this is not a good look.
No.
But you know what? We're used to this look with the NFL. It's the ugly look of the NFL. And
it's competitive. So somebody was bound to do it, because I know the Dolphins, the reports came out later, the Dolphins wanted to go after Deshaun Watson, but they wanted when the 18 cases were up to be just cleared, like he could have settled them out of court. The Dolphins wanted that settled first before they even thought about making a move. That's why a lot of people are mad at the Browns, because it's just like, well, what the hell? He hasn't settled any of this stuff, and you've guaranteed the money?
For something like this, I don't want him declared not guilty. I want him declared innocent. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a guy who has a slick legal team getting him out of trouble. I want a guy who's like, all of this was not true, and then maybe I'd want him. Outside of that, no, thank you. I don't want that guy. He's a piece of garbage. So yeah, it is a bad look that he's still going to move forward. And I guess we value, the football going across the end zone more than we do the lives and safety of the people that he is hurting, because he should not be rewarded after something like that. And again, it's a thing where it's like, okay, did he actually do it? If he did it, well, then yes, he should be punished. But if he didn't, well, then he should be able to continue on and do his thing. And then there is also the severity of what things are that somebody might do. Who was that player the other day who was in a Hellcat doing donuts out in the street, and he had his little kid with him, and he got a ticket for it? And the team was like, yeah, we've talked to him. That's not really a cool thing, but he's a good guy, and he knows what he did was wrong. Well, that guy, we're not going to take his contract away. Deshaun Watson allegedly sexually either assaulted or harassed or imposed himself on the 22 women. So this is a bit different than that. So yeah, I don't know. I worry that we're getting used to it. Well, I'm worried that we're getting used to it. Somebody has done something. They are able to steer clear of the legal part of it, yet, and then here comes the civil stuff. It's like echoes of OJ all over again. I don't know. I'm really not sure how I feel about this, because this all happened originally. Remember, I was like, well, I'll take Deshaun Watson on the Colts if he's available, and then the allegations came out. Then I said, well, I'll take Deshaun Watson on the Colts if he didn't do these things. You know what I'm saying? So I get that competitive thought process. But then you get to a point where it's like, okay, now we know what we know. And there has been parts of this trial release where he has acknowledged certain things. Now I'm like,
yeah. And I remember when Ashley Solis first started speaking to the media. If she's lying, give her an Oscar, because that's somebody that looked broken to me. And I really thought that we should at least close up some of these cases, or most of these cases, before we started talking about Deshaun Watson's back and ready to play. And I thought the NFL did everybody a disservice by not putting him on the players exempt list until those cases were closed, because he could have played last year. He just didn't want to play for the Texans. So the fact that he was even still available to play and it was his call, that's really not how this should work. And I agree with you. I do think we're getting used to it to a degree. I mean, just even if you look at the stuff like steroids, when someone gets popped for steroids, we're not anywhere near as angry as we used to be about that stuff. And I think when it comes to cases like these, I think we've just sort of let ourselves be numb by just the sheer amount of incidents that happen.
Well, now you know why the report that Baker Mayfield is in a holding pattern. The Browns are not going to do anything with Baker Mayfield. And probably going to be even slower to do it now, considering what's going on with the Deshaun Watson case, because he's still sitting over there. I mean, he's rehabbing from his, do you have surgery, or just he's recovering from his injuries? And, he's got $18.8 million guaranteed. And if this Deshaun Watson thing continues to get worse, well, you're damn right they're probably going to try to play him. But will he play?
Well, that's a great question. I don't think he will. I think he hates that organization right now. That they must have promised him something, because that's how he's reacting. And they picked up the 5th-year option on the contract. If they didn't think that he was going to be their starter before Deshaun Watson became available to them, then they wouldn't have given him that option. They would have just let him walk. And you don't have $18 million for a backup quarterback on the books.
How many opportunities as an NFL quarterback do you have to go out and show your skills on an NFL field against another NFL team? And I think Baker Mayfield will realize that he has a position here that he can market himself. It has nothing to do with the Browns, but he can market himself and land another job with an NFL team. That might motivate him enough to where he's playing even above his own abilities just to get the hell out of Cleveland.
Fed fan wonders if Deshaun Watson will play at all this year. That remains to be seen. I guess that's up to the NFL, isn't it?
They're still meeting with him and his legal team this week, and they're interviewing. And so they'll decide whether it's a half season or a full season. Really, those are the options that I would imagine are on the table.
Well, enough of that, loser. Let's talk about somebody who, used to get on Randy's nerves, and now I don't know what his opinion is of Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, no longer an opponent of the Cardinals, at least in that division. And now here's a cool thing. If he can beat the Seahawks and the Chargers, then that means that he would become the 5th quarterback to beat every single team.
So what do you mean he used to get on my nerves?
Because he was
the
Seahawks. He was an opponent, and he probably beat you more often than he didn't.
Okay, and that's true, I guess, from a competition standpoint. But listen, I have respected Russell Wilson since I saw him playing for North Carolina State then on to Michigan. I think he is. Did I say Michigan?
You did say
Wisconsin. I'm sorry.
We're gonna let it go by.
One of those.
We're letting it go by.
One of those.
Michigan. Wisconsin.
Michigan.
Nobody can talk on this show today. It's fine. We're all
Friday. Anyway, until I watched him play football, this is an extremely talented human being. And I hope nothing but the best for him. And I hope that he can beat the Seahawks and he can beat the Chargers and he will complete the league fecta, I guess, where he beat every team.
Yep. So far, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, and Brett Favre are the only quarterbacks who have beaten all 32 teams. Aaron Rodgers has done 31, but as long as he's on the Packers, he'll never get that 32. So who knows what'll happen with that. All right, we got to take a break. We come back. We have on this day in Big George's sports history, tennis edition, and of course, the Wheel of Sports. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Get this. Right now, Kohl's has the lowest prices of the season, and I just saved big. I got my kids Jumping Beans must-haves for under $5. Found myself some tees and tank tops for $5.99, and got 60% off patio furniture. The best part? I didn't need any coupons. I earned Kohl's cash, and I got everything with free store pickup. So yeah, you could say today was a good day. Select styles. Ends May 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Jamie's log, Progressive, the Harrington's backyard, day 27, 3:33 a.m. 3:33. All those 30s mean something, or I may be losing it. Been camped in the Harrington's backyard for 27 days now, proving that Progressive has 24/7 protection. They told me every day they understand what 24/7 protection means. Think I'm finally getting through to them. 3:33.
Progressive doesn't just offer a great price when you bundle home and auto. We offer round-the-clock protection, just not literally from Jamie. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers, and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
With prices soaring at the pump, filling up can be stressful. That's why Discover has your back with cashback. Use Discover to earn 5% cash back at gas stations and Target, now through June, on up to $1,500 in purchases when you activate. We know every dollar matters right now, but you can count on us. Get up to $75 cash back this quarter with your Discover It card. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/rewards.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. Now, we've seen interest rates go as low as we've seen them in years recently. We've also seen them bouncing around. A lot of uncertainty of what is going on in the loan game as far as mortgages are concerned. That's why I lean on my friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. They have been in business for 20 plus years here in the Valley. They only lend in Arizona. They are trusted. They'll get you that reliable quote. And if you're thinking about refinancing, whether it's to just lower your rate, maybe lower the terms of your rate, maybe down to 15 or 20 years, Or if you're like, hey, we got a lot of debt on the side, we got some problems going on, we want to consolidate debt, or I've always wanted a pool. Now's the time to do it. Take some of that equity out, refinance, and get things done around your house that you want. But you got to use the best in the business. That's the Lund Mortgage Team. 623-875-9940. 623-875-9940. Or check them out online, lundmortgage.com.
If it's local, we talk about it. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatics.
Welcome back to a Friday edition of the Daily Blender here on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic. And we're just cruising in the third segment here, headed for the weekend. And I just I was looking at the FanDuel Sportsbook app here on my phone. And I got to tell you, one of the great things that I enjoy is that it's how easy it is for me to use this same game parlay app or the same game parlay section that they have on the FanDuel Sportsbook. For example, the Dallas Mavericks Golden State Warriors game, Steph Curry to score 25 plus points, Klay Thompson threes made, Luka Doncic 25 plus points, Jaylen Brown threes made. I'm going to jump in on that one. And you can too. It's that easy. It's just I push the button, enter the amount, bam, there it is. And that's cool. That's what's cool about the FanDuel Sportsbook. You can combine prop bets from multiple different games and now even multiple different sports. I might even jump in on some of the evening MLB games that are listed here as I just kind of slide down, and all of a sudden, bam, there are the games. And I can look at the odds right there. I can see the spreads. I can see what's happening. I can see some scores. I can jump in on the action at any time. It's called Same Game Parlay Plus, and you can only find it on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Combine NBA playoff player props with baseball home run hitters, for example, for a chance to score an even bigger playout. If you don't want to build your own same game parlay, check out their popular same game parlay section where you can join bets other users are jumping on. And there are a ton. And again, I just go back to the home. There it is. There are some of these same game parlays other people are betting on, and you can jump in on that. So you don't even have to think about it. If you like the way it looks, put your money down and you might win big. If you're new to FanDuel, sign up with promo code Randy1580, scientifically proven to be more lucky than, Dale's and Steve's. Get your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. Randy1580 is the promo code you want to use. Put that in there so they know I sent you. Got to be 21 or older, present in Arizona, first online real money wager only. Refund issued as a non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
All right, before we get to on this date in Big Georgia sports history, I want to let you know that Sergio Garcia sadly did not make the cut.
Well, it's okay because I don't care about this PGA anymore. I'm going to the LIV tournament. I'm going to have, my very great time.
Wait, my screen. Wait, hold on. I'm just double checking if that is actually the
What's
fact.
that?
Yeah, no, he didn't make it.
He did not make the cut. Sorry, Sergio.
I just
didn't mean to
told
get
you
your hopes
guys
up.
I didn't make it. I was trying to tell you I did not make the cut.
Well, I'm sorry. I just, although you golfed a 73 and a 74, it wasn't the worst game of golf.
I'm just out here wasting time until the real tournament started at the LIV.
The what?
LIV.
I think it's just LIV.
LIV.
Sure.
Greg Norman, man. You don't know who the great white Greg Norman is? The great white shark?
Yeah, I've heard of him. And it's the shark.
He's got a clothing line.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
He's got a clothesline. He's got a, fishing line.
What do you have, Sergio?
I have a Masters trophy. I won the Masters. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, I think you've mentioned it here or there.
It's a couple of times.
Yeah. So, I won that one time, and that's all I need. I'm going to the Golf Hall of Fame there in Vero Beach, Florida, where I get to live for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's a plus. Well, congratulations on not being as bad as Zach Oakley. Zach Oakley, and here's the thing, Zach Oakley is at the bottom of the barrel. Okay,
Mhm,
he's at the absolute hundreds. He's very bottom. Okay,
Yeah.
156 place. The end.
Lord.
Well, look, I mean,
23
But
over.
he had
yeah, look.
23. But here's the thing: he golfs an 81 and an 82. Lots of people listening here right now, in their entire life, will never in 2 games in a row have an 81 or an 82. So don't feel bad, Sergio. Don't feel
No,
bad.
I don't feel bad. Zach Oakley, everybody knows the guy. He got his money from his family. They made the sunglasses, the Oakley sunglasses, and then they got into the sweaters, the clothes, and the stuff like that. The shoes, and they even started sponsoring golfers. And so they had to do something with this Zach guy. He was always getting in trouble.
He's
So
a
they
rich
put him
kid.
on the damn. Oh yeah, he's got all kinds of money. He drives an Oakley model Lamborghini. Can you believe that?
Is that
Come
a
on,
thing?
man.
I had no idea that was a thing.
Come on, man. I mean, but listen, farewell PGA. I'm going to the LI Valley.
Did you learn the language? The Saudis'
what?
language? Did you learn the
I don't have to
language over
learn their
there?
language.
Arabic or
They just set me up with I get the sangria when I get off the course. Every day. My wife and my family is right there waiting for me. I got a house. They bought me a house. It's a high rise. It's the only the only high rise on the island there. Hey,
just make sure you don't piss anybody off, Sergio. Just try to keep your temper down. Don't pop off on these guys.
What are you talking about? I don't know.
Did you not hear what
life.
Phil Mickelson said about that?
I'm a man. What?
You didn't hear what Phil Mickelson said about
Phil
that?
Mickelson is a lazy, fat American.
Wait a minute.
He's not Spanish like me. Look at me. I'm like a bullfighter, man.
I don't think I appreciate that, Sergio. I think you can find your way out. I think you can find your own way out. Thank you. 888-368-1580. I know you got to come after us fat Americans. Hefty Lefty says, did the aliens from Mars attack take over the blender today? It seemed like it with our mouths there and other things. Blissful Hayes says, did you see Michael Vick came out of retirement to play in fan controlled football league? Yes, I did. And I don't care. Fan controlled football league is not coming out of retirement. You know what I'm saying?
He's just having fun.
He's just showing up to it like intramural sports or something. He's in his street clothes.
Is out there Johnny Manziel.
There,
it's not. We're not playing real football.
Enough said. Booger Wolf says, hey, it's the Slippy Slappy show featuring the slap ass champion Salamander Commander. What's up, Fourth Dimension? The hell, man.
I wish I understood so I could laugh at myself even. I can't. I don't even know what that means.
Bruno Baller says pickleball's taking over all the tennis courts. People are being active. Who cares? I guess I'm kind of annoyed by it, but I don't even know what it is. It's showing up in TV shows and stuff.
It's like a really slow version of tennis.
It looks like ping pong, but on a tennis court.
Yeah.
They're using
it's like
it's weird. No thanks. Hefty Lefty, thank you for that. 888-368-1580. What do you say we get this thing going here? It's time now, ladies and gentlemen, for on this date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1990, 16-year-old Monica Seles ended the second longest winning streak in tennis industry when she defeated Steffi Graf 6-4, 6-3 in the German Open in Berlin. It was Graf's first defeat after 66 straight victories, 8 short of Martina Navratilova record that was set in 1984. Yeah, it's a true story. Yeah, she's the only tennis player to achieve the Golden Slam when she won all 4 Grand Slam singles titles and the Olympic gold medal in the same calendar year back in 1988. Wow. So
very cool.
Wow. There you go, Fed fan. Tennis is a part of the history today. But before I get into the wheel of sports, there was something that was really interesting. And I guess maybe, no, I want to talk about this now. It's not an NFL quarterback. It's not a college quarterback. It's a high school quarterback. And no, I'm not going to go on and on about Arch Manning. Everybody knows that he is poised and headed for greatness. I want to talk about Mickey Gow. And he's a class of 2025, high school, Bellevue East quarterback there. And he's got something going for him that I don't know that anybody else has. Remember how weird it was when we saw that Tua Tagovailoa was left-handed, And anytime you see a left-handed quarterback, it's just like something feels like wrong. And they're like, well, it gives me ability to mess with defenses a little bit and be able to do stuff. But, it's no big deal. Well, this dude is ambidextrous. He's an ambidextrous quarterback. He's throwing left or right. So he could have the ball and you don't know what the hell he's going to do. He could roll any direction and he's got straight fire. This kid is going to be highly sought after. And if he, once he's done making money with the NIL, he'll make some money with the NFL because you could see this kid being number 1 pick in the draft. Who can do that? Left and right-handed throws.
I mean, I've seen Patrick Mahomes throw the ball left-handed.
Those are little.
Yeah, it didn't look good. It went like 10 yards. It was caught.
Got the job done.
Yeah, but there's a difference between one that barely gets there and this guy's putting velocity on it.
Then what happens? He takes a big hit. He still has another arm he can throw with. So injuries, at least for your throwing arms, not necessarily a career or season ender. You know what I mean? Now, I guess I'm a left-hander now. I guess I'm a right-hander now. Still good at the game. Let's do this.
Wow.
So remember that name. I don't know if it's Mikey. I think it's Mikey, actually. Mikey Gow from Bellevue, New England. He's 14. So in 5-6 years, I bet you'll start hearing more about this kid. That's just amazing.
And the way that college football recruiting works, they're recruiting.
Yeah, he's already
they're there right now. Yeah.
Sure. I'm sure that Jimbo Fisher has already given him some money. according to Nick Saban,
bought him already.
Or Coach Prime. Yeah.
Bought and paid for straight across. All right, why don't we spin the wheel of sports? Let's see what we talk about next. Fish Tank has this to say. He says, Randy smokes cigars and knows things. That is all.
Thank you.
That's his way of saying he's stalking us on the TV.
Yeah.
Navy Brad says, happy Friday. FedFan says there's an 11-year-old tennis player that's being trained to use both hands. Opponents don't know whether to hit to his left or his right. Interesting. Ambidextrous is the way to go if you can. I mean, can you be taught that or you got to be born into that?
Sure you can.
You can be taught it to a degree, but it's a natural thing. Like my dad was actually ambidextrous. It was weird. He golfed left-handed.
Booger Wolf says Jeffrey's mom can roll biscuits with both hands.
Oh boy.
Does that mean something?
I don't know. Because
I don't get it.
Me neither.
Do you get it, Randy? To roll biscuits?
No.
Sorry, he just the way that his show has been today. That one's gonna. I might be up late with that one. Did we spin the thing?
Yes.
All right. So Wayne Gretzky, you remember him, the great one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is a game worn jersey from 1988, which is really amazing for so many reasons, and the bidding is already up at $400,000. And here's why. Number 99 jersey that Gretzky wore during the title deciding game against the Boston Bruins in 1988. And here's what's really interesting. It was a sweep. It was a 5-game sweep in a best-of-7 series. Now you're saying Jeffrey,
5-game sweep?
Yep.
So not the gentleman's sweep.
No, Jeffrey, you've got it wrong. It can't be. It can be. Here's why. They were winning the game, and the power went out with 3 minutes remaining in the second period, and then they couldn't get the power back on. So the NHL and team officials said, you know what, we're just going to throw out game 4 and play a game 5 2 days later. So that's why they swept them in 5 games instead of just 4. That is so amazing. And this jersey has champagne stains on it from when they won, and puck marks on it. And they verified with photographs that this is the real deal. Unlike that one-of-a-kind card of Tom Brady's everybody's talking about. It's been authenticated, and I'll tell you what, I don't know about $400,000, but I might have dropped a few pennies on that thing. That's a good one. That thing has a story.
That's really cool.
I would rather have Wayne Gretzky's one and only Phoenix Roadrunners jersey that he wore in one game at the Coliseum here in Arizona.
And here it is.
One and only.
This is
No.
that jersey right
No.
here.
No.
I'll sell it to you.
No, one game.
All right, fine. That's my jersey. Everybody, it's been a weird one. Hopefully, things will be much more normal Monday when we return. Have a great weekend. Be safe out there, and we'll be back in your radios again on Monday at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. What's left of her?
With prices soaring at the pump, filling up can be stressful.